profile. Wow. Chat. Good morning. Good morning. Hello. 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 Talk about a long intro, Maya. You want to see a long intro? Space, go back. Okay, you can swap them again. Hello, everybody. Chat. Hello. Hello, hello, hello. Just checking to see if you guys showed up with a different attitude this stream compared to the last. Hi. Hello. Hello. That was a quick intro there, wasn't it? You took my glasses twice. Hello, YouTube chat. I can see you. Hello, hello, hello. Hello. Bucky. Bucky, thank you. How are you guys? It's been a minute. I had to miss last week. So I feel like it's been a long time, but maybe it hasn't. It's not wrong I take your charger once, right? What are you talking about? You can only take someone's charger if they say you can and your phone is on less battery. Guys, I got 10 hours of sleep last night. But the night before I got 3. You streamed baking last week? That's right. But I didn't stream Wednesday. Right? Yeah. Sleep score 92 last night, but the night before 34, which is the worst sleep score I've ever gotten in my life. To be fair, we were at the club until 5:30 in the morning. But you only have, there are only 10 summers in your 20s, chat. There's only 10 of them. So you gotta do what you gotta do, you know? Minus 64 right now, send help. It could be worse. It could be worse. You're gonna be okay. Sorry. Oh, they don't like that I said that. What, isn't that supposed to be like a good thing? It's like, why would you say that? It's like a good, it's like, live it up, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? It's good. Only have 5 left. It makes you feel any better. I only have 2 left. 1.5. I only have 1.5 left. That is depressing. No, it's not, because you have another 10 in your 30s. What? Guys, sorry. I thought this would be a good thing. I'm sorry for saying that to you. Okay, all right, okay. Well, anyway, happy summer, everybody. Happy July 13th. I went to DreamCon this past weekend. It was a great time. I don't know if any of you were at DreamCon, but it was so sick. And the community there is so sick, and it's a really, really fun convention. So I was really stoked to go. Shout out DreamCon. Shout out RDC. And I went to the basketball game. It was freaking awesome. And we went out, and it was awesome. And now I'm here. And yes, some of you may have seen the news. I was announced for Streamer University as a professor, which is a freaking honor. I don't know if you guys have seen the stuff circulating about the acceptance rate of Streamer University, but the acceptance rate of like professors for Streamer U is out of this world. And so it was so sick. And I posted about it, or I made like a TikTok, Instagram reel to explain I cannot go to Streamer University this year. Even though I really, really, really want to. It was, you don't understand, like 13 hours straight of me calling people, freaking out, like panicking, like what do I do? Oh my gosh. I want to do both of these things so badly. Like the opportunity is so big on both sides. It was so tough, guys. But basically, and it said, I said it in this video, so you guys have already seen this, that that I made a commitment months ago to go on this trip, to meet with this organization and to help protect sperm whales, to learn more about sperm whales and to learn about sperm whales and to work on a project for their conservation. And so I made a commitment to both that organization and those whales. And so that's what I got to do this year. But yeah, so I'm super bummed. Can we discuss why they were called like that? Right. So I was actually surprised that less people were talking about their name, because I was like, should I not even say the name in this announcement? Because I was like, the announcement, a lot of people are going to see it, and I feel like everyone's going to be really focused on the name. But actually, nobody really was. Sperm whales, though, they're called that because they have, I believe it's because they have this like fluid in their melon, like in the top of their head, and they used to think that was sperm. It's not, but they used to think that. So they're called sperm whales for that reason. But anyway, so I cannot go to Streamer University this year. I'm really, really sad about it, but I will be watching, and hopefully I can go next year. We shall see. Today, we're having a fun day because I'm about to leave for a whole week. So I won't be live. And so I was like, before I leave for a long period of time, I like to hang out with the animals. But I also want to get stream hours in, because I'm going to be gone for a little bit, right? So I wanted to do an updated tour of Alveus, because it's been a while since I've done that. And it's funny because when I think about doing something like this, I'm like, nobody, like, they don't want to see a tour because they see it all the time. And I think it's because I think you guys see the facility all the time, but that's not actually true. Like, there's some of you that see it all the time. Like core Alveus chatters that are watching the Alveus Sanctuary live stream, they see stuff, right? Like, they're with animal care staff while they're walking around, and so they like see all the ins and outs. But my viewers, like, you probably haven't seen, you see the collab tours. But like, I feel like I could just give you guys a full tour and that'll be interesting, because there is so much new stuff. And then YouTube especially too. It has been a minute since I've done a tour on YouTube, and people have been asking for an updated tour for ages. So so that's what we're gonna do today. And I think it'll be fun and fresh and cool. What's up, Russell? I love collab tours. Yeah, collab tours are like, yeah, they're like half. It's like collab where we are the guest. True. Chat. Welcome to the chat collab, except I'm not wearing my fit. But I am wearing, July 1st, we started wearing uniforms at Alveus Sanctuary. Yes, guys, we are the freaking big time now, okay? We're the freaking big time. All of our staff now has to wear uniforms to come to Alveus. Look, this is one of them. They all say staff on the back. And there are other shirts. There's like a khaki sun shirt. There's cotton shirts. Here's the khaki sun shirt. We also have denim collared shirts with staff on the back. We've got black denim shirts with staff on the back. We've got quarter zips. We've got fleece zip ups. We've got sweatshirts. We're truly corpo. We have like a list of things, and everyone got a budget, and they got to pick like what shirts that they want for work. So sick. So sick. And so now everybody is wearing staff shirts. Look at us go. And then also, we all have to carry radios now. That's part of our uniform. So everybody has a radio on them all the time.
We all have radios on us. Yep.
Neither of you have a radio on right now?
All of us have radios on us.
Go get two. Yes.
Cool.
I'm gonna be honest, chat. When I announced that everybody has to wear uniforms and everybody has to have radios and we're like enforcing it, I was like, the only enforcement that I will do is if I see you not wearing the uniform or not without your radio on, I'm just gonna send you a duck emoji or I'm gonna quack at you IRL. And just as like a reminder, like I don't hate you, okay? Don't freak out. I'm not mad at you, but like you need a radio or you need to be wearing your uniform. And please, I literally said to all the staff, I was like, please, 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 please don't make me make some sort of enforcement performance something system because one, I don't know how, and two, I don't want to freaking do that. Please don't. Just please just wear them. But chat is exempt from using quack. That's only for us at Alveus. You're not allowed to do that to staff members because you would abuse that power, respectfully. So that's the enforcement system for staff, in case you were wondering. Yeah. Thank you, Chandler. Thank you, Space.
Yeah.
Great. Everybody's got a radio. Why the radios? So that we can communicate with everybody on site. Don't clog.
I was gonna use it, then I'm like.
Don't clog comms. Okay. So yeah. And then pants. Wait. Can you show them my pants? I just thrifted these. I'm like really excited about it. Chad. I just thrifted these pants. They're brand new. What? What's wrong? Oh, shit. Okay, look at I'll show you my pants later. Okay. All right, anyway, I'll show you my pants later. Okay. So, are you guys ready for the tour?
Can you do an intro?
Yeah, that's what I was just gonna do. Chat, we're gonna do an intro for YouTube really quick. All right. Ready?
Oh, yeah.
YouTube, what's up? Welcome to Alveus Sanctuary. It has been a minute since we have done.
Restart.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Why?
I just didn't like I was friend. Yeah. Yay! See, that one was bad anyways. So now you're good.
YouTube, what's up? I'm Maya. Welcome to Alveus Sanctuary. It has been a minute since we've done a full updated tour of all of the facilities and all of the ambassadors that we have here at Alveus. And so today, I'm just going to walk you guys through and show you around. Like and subscribe. Is that up to your standards?
Could be better, but I'll take it.
Are you serious? You do it.
YouTube, today we are gonna give you, the viewers, a tour of Alveus Sanctuary where we save a bunch of animals and then give them a beautiful place to live for the rest of their freaking lives. You know, we here at Alveus have not really given you a tour since 2021, and we've done a lot of things like rescued whales and many other things, and we're gonna show you their awesome enclosure. Thank you. A like and subscribe.
Which one did you guys think was better? What is that? Why are you doing that? Why did you do that?
They'll know what emo is. I kind of got stuck.
Okay.
Wait, did 17 on you?
Boys!
Cool. Very soon.
The plan is simple. We're gonna go on a freaking tour. I'm gonna show you Alveus Sanctuary. My Twitch personality, my YouTube personality are so different. Has anybody thought about that?
You're so wholesome.
I'm so nice to YouTube.
Yeah.
All right. Well, it's because like YouTube lives there forever. Like the videos live there forever. So it's like, so what if there's someone brand new, you know?
Wait, sorry, I have to do this.
It is a big difference, to be fair. What is it? I have like my YouTube voice, or my news anchor voice. Today, I don't have a news anchor voice. Welcome to Alveus News. Today we have a tour. Today, I don't know how they do that. They kind of do it out of their nose, right? And
What?
TED Talk voice. That was just my voice. Alternate. Thank you for the sub.
Can you do the aura forming email?
What's that?
It's like the principal in the hall. Do what I did. You don't have aura like that, bro.
You just walked out of frames. I walked out of frame.
You have to go like this.
How is that aura?
See? Trying to get stuck there. Okay, go.
Can we start the tour?
Oh yeah.
You ready?
Yeah.
Okay, stop drinking that. Okay, stop drinking that. Okay, everybody. So first off, to start out the tour, this is the studio. And you know this angle of the studio from doing collabs, right? You guys see this angle all the time. But did you know that the studio actually looks like this? Ta-da! We're just in a corner of this room. So here's how this works. Go to the front door actually.
Show the front door or show you?
Yeah, just show me from like the front door. Okay, so we're just in this little room, and Twitch actually came in and helped us with a donation, and from TwitchCon they donated $100,000. Part of that donation went into rebuilding the studio. So we have up here we have these rails. So because it's not that big of a room, we have a railing system where all of the cameras and monitors and lights are on rails. And so when we're not using them, we can push them into this corner so that they're not in the way. And when we are using them, we can push them out to set it up. In this corner over here, it's kind of just like there's stuff piled up. But if any of you guys saw the recent Conservation Conversations episode, which is a new kind of like podcast situation that is going on with our animal care staff and other staff at Alveus. Our staff is really, really cool, and they have a lot of really cool connections with a bunch of conservation people and ecology people and biology people. And so they want to be able to do interviews with those people and help highlight their work. And so Lindsay did the first episode of that with Dr. David Schiffman, who is a shark biologist, here. So this is like the set. You can kind of see the set back here. You want to move everything?
No.
Oh. This is the set, and then there's these couches, and so they get set up. And this is where Conservation Conversations happens. It was really great. If you didn't see that episode, you should check it out. A lot of people don't know this. Everybody's always is collaborators too. They're always really surprised when I say this, but all of these plants are real in our studio. So shout out Lucas. These are real planters with like real dirt in them, and these are live plants. So we have fern and pothos and other things I forget the names of already that Lucas told me about, but they're real plants. Over here as well, over here, these are all real plants. Shout out, they're really beautiful, and they do really well in here too. This is, oh yeah. So that's how they're planted up. And then from behind the table, this is what the studio looks like. Ta-da! So over here, you stay there. This is where Space runs collabs. So Space sits here and he has OBS going and he does all the switching and like puts stuff on screen. And so like, I don't know if this would work actually. So look at, I can click over here and add things, and then if you look at the screen, that's how he has assets pop up. So he hears me like prompt him when I'm like, yeah, so he does it to look scary, but if he really wanted to scare someone or scare off a predator, he would do this. And then Space pulls this up. So that's how we do assets for collabs. Yes, this is the mini space station, but there will be a big space station once we build our new facility. It's gonna be so sick. So yeah, this is where that happens. Over here we have a secret. Don't worry about what's right there to your right. But over here, this is Georgie's tank. So this is where Georgie lives. He likes to sit in the back corner like that. And he hangs out there, and then this is his land part. These are live plants, and then this is his water part. So he has neighbors. Their names are Chandler. They're all named Chandler. They're Endler fish. And they have a bunch of live plants, and Georgie can access this water. This is Georgie's water filtration system. Wow, wow, wow. Amazing. Pretty cool. So this is where Georgie lives. And then for collabs, well, I'll tell you that in a second. This is the reptile room. So I don't usually bring collaborators in here. Sometimes I do, but not really, because we bring the reptiles out into the studio. But this is where they live. So this is Noodle's enclosure, our carpet python. You guys know her, maybe have seen her. She's about 8 feet long. She's an Australian species of snake. She likes to climb. She's not great at it, but she likes it. All of the plants in Noodle's enclosure, here, I can open this side. All of the plants in Noodle's enclosure are native to Australia because she's an Australian snake. So we wanted to help her feel at home. These are all live plants. And then in addition to all of these live plants, we have some friends that you guys might recognize. It's a bioactive enclosure. So Noodle lives with a bunch of Martys. You can see down here too. Maybe here. They're zebra isopods that live all over the floor of Noodle's enclosure. There. And they help to keep the soil really healthy and break down some of those decaying leaves. So the stuff that I talk about in collabs with isopods being detritivores and breaking down decaying matter, they're doing that for real, in this enclosure. So they're very happy in here. They live in here with her. We also have springtails. A way lesser known ambassador, we have springtails, and they're all named Pixel, because they're like they're like 1 pixel big. They're really hard to see with the eye. Tiny, tiny little guys. But those are really good for these enclosures as well. So that's where Noodle lives. This is where Patchy lives. Patchy's our ball python, so the smaller python. I don't know where she is, but this is an African species of snake. So all of her plants are native to Africa. Oh, she's over there. Patchy. She's right there. Do you guys see her? Patchy. Hello. She's sleeping. Crazy from 75k subs to 2k. So Alveus had 75k subs. This is my channel, and I have less than Alveus by a lot. So yeah, this is where Patchy lives. They all have water, so they can soak in. Chat died. Hello. What the F?
They're all
all saying mugged.
Yeah. Yeah, that's my dream. Okay. I don't think you guys understand. When I started Alveus, it was always like I was gonna be the funnel for it. And it was always like Maya's a content creator, but she has a nonprofit, and so all of the fans that I could like funnel into the nonprofit, that was my goal, just to get as many of them as possible. But to see Alveus outgrow that funnel, and for me to like, for it to not rely on me just being bigger and bigger, and it's like growing organically on its own, is the most, like my biggest accomplishment. So sick. This is where Toast lives. Toaster Strudel. The second one that I bring out for collabs, this blue-tongued skink. You can tell because his tongue is blue. Show them your tongue, Toast. Please. Thank you. So that's Toast. Toast likes to hang out. Toast likes to hang out on the shelves in there. Toast is an Australian lizard, has a bunch of Australian plants. Has a good time in here. Good little guy. These enclosures were all built by Lucas. He's very, very talented. These are where some of the snake sheds live. So I bring these out for collabs sometimes if it comes up, just to show people. These are noodle sheds. They're, as you can see, this is all one shed. She's pretty long. And then these are Patchy sheds. This was one of Patchy's first sheds at Alveus. It's actually cut in half. It's like this long, but she was just so little and cute, just tiny. But yeah, so this is the reptile room. One thing, I'm giving you guys a really thorough tour, so just like bear with me. And then you can just cut whatever you think is boring. So all of our enclosures obviously have these live cameras in them so that people can watch them. If you didn't know, Alveus is not open to the public, but we have live cameras streaming 24/7, and so people can visit them that way. This is one of those cameras. It's a PTZ camera, which is called a pan tilt zoom camera. So it can pan and it can tilt and it can zoom in on our animals. Also, you may not have noticed up here, these are misting systems. So they're on a timer, and this enclosure gets misted to maintain humidity, proper humidity in here, both for the plants and for Noodle. And that system is controlled behind this very fancy special door that Lucas made. So this is where the misting system go. So this is Toast's playpen. So this is actually relevant for when I do collabs. All the animals have green rooms, or the reptiles have green rooms for collabs. This is Toast's green room. If you're not familiar with the concept of a green room for like actors, is everybody familiar with that? I didn't know what that was before they put me in one. Do you guys all know what a green room is? Everybody knows what a green room is. Okay, well, there's a lot of people here, so if you don't, it's like the backstage room where you get your makeup done and you like have your waters and snacks and stuff before you have to go on stage. Okay, so the reptiles have green rooms, and a lot of them didn't.
That was like a crazy, like, yeah, I didn't know what a green room is before I was in them.
I didn't. You think that's a flex? Okay, well, anyway, this is Toast's green room. So Toast will come out in a playpen before collabs, so that way I don't have to, during collabs, come in and like find them, because sometimes it's hard to find them in all that foliage, so I don't have to find them in the enclosure. And Toast also comes out voluntarily. I won't do this today because it takes a minute, but we try to do as much voluntary participation as possible for collabs. This is the most thorough tour in the world. We try to do the most voluntary participation possible, and so for Toast, like an hour before the collaborator gets here, we have animal care come in here with a target. With this target and this ramp. And so animal care will bring this target out. It's literally, it looks like a lollipop, right? But Toast is trained to touch this target with their nose, and then they get reinforced with food. And so they will literally like I don't want to confuse him, but they'll put the target in here and target Toast out up to this ramp, and then they'll target him down the ramp. So that he comes out on his own, so that we don't have to reach in here and grab him. Even though we totally could do that and he'd probably be fine, just because we can do that doesn't mean that we want to do that, right? We want to make it as voluntary as possible. So that's how Toast is brought out for collaborations, and it takes a little bit of time, but we found that it's much better than me scrambling and trying to like rush, because the collaborator's just waiting on camera, stalling, and for me to try to like grab animals that way. So Toast is brought out, targeted out, and then brought into his green room. And then these are the other green rooms for reptiles. So this is Georgie's green room. It says Georgie, so we'll pull Georgie out and then put him in this. And when collabs are happening, these are all out in the middle of the floor over there. So they're in these, and then this is one of the snakes. So either Patchy or Noodle goes in here, and they'll just be waiting out there for me. So when I come in here, I'm like, I just grab them and then bring them out. So yeah, so that's how reptiles work for collabs. And then you wanna go out that way? We are now in the critter cave, which is really just a closet where all of our bugs live. So we've done, man, this phone hates it in here. We've done a bunch of work in here to make it very, very nice, but this is the bug room. So this is where our Barbaras live, and baked beans. So our Madagascar hissing cockroaches, you guys know Barbara, live here. Wow. This is where Hank the Tank lives. Also why it's very rare to see Hank the Tank. Because for collabs, we don't dig him out because it can be kind of dangerous and stressful for him. He only comes out for collabs when he's visible on the surface and we can pull him out. So that's why it's like rare and exciting when we make a really big deal out of Hank being a part of collabs. Because yeah, there's just like a lot of stuff going on in here. So yeah. And he likes to burrow. This is what? He has been eating past couple days. Look, there he is. So if we had a collab today, we could take Hank out. That's Hank the Tank, Mr. McTrain. Very, very rare, cool sighting. Hank! Millipede. He's a millipede. Smoky Ghost millipede. This is Marty. Zebra isopods. Ta-da! Little isopods. Cute. Amazing. They live in here. Love them. These are the same ones that live in Noodle's enclosure. And then we've also got BBs. These are Spanish orange isopods that I don't even see any right now. They look just like Marty, but they're all orange. It's like an orange roly-poly. These are the scorpions, where the scorpions live. Tortellini and Puppy are emperor scorpions. So you guys see Tortellini come out in his full habitat for collabs. Puppy lives in here. And then there are our two tarantulas that you guys don't see as often for collabs because we have yet to figure out like a good system for getting them out. They're very fragile, and so we don't want to risk hurting them by bringing them out for collabs. It's like a whole thing. But we have two. This is Eva. She's a Mexican red rump tarantula, and then we have Kiwi, who is a Honduran curly hair tarantula. You can see Kiwi's legs there. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. She's got curly legs. And then tarantulas molt like scorpions do. Sort of. Whoa, scared me. So this is a molt. It's fine right now. I don't need this right now. You think that'll be better?
Sure.
Or is it just in this room?
I mean, you said it after the other room too, so.
So this is what a spider or a tarantula molt looks like. All the little leggies. This is the top of a tarantula, so her eyes would be there. Or some of her eyes would be there. And then this is like the underneath of a tarantula. And let me see if I can find some fangs actually, because they're really cool. Yeah, here. Actually, I don't want to show you that. You're going to be more scared of spiders. Don't worry about what their fangs look like molted. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Okay, so I have chat back. So yeah, this is the reptile room. It's gone through a lot of iterations. Show it. Okay, but like understand that spiders are not like out to bite you. And if you did get bit, it'd be kind of like a bee sting. But these are those what the fangs look like, molted. I can't pull them out. It's too brittle, but you see, that's what they look like. I think they're really, really cool. Eva and Kiwi. More behind the scenes. This is what, I don't know, this is their fridge. What?
I've never seen that.
The fridge?
Yeah.
It's been
I
here.
just didn't know there was a fridge here.
Yeah, this is the fridge. So this is where their diets live. They get fed, like, it's literally called Bug Burger. And it's a powder. And it gets mixed with water and rehydrated. Yum. And so they get a little like patty. Toast really likes Bug Burger. Delicious. There's a sink in here. And this is like for testing water for the thing that's a secret out there. It's a saltwater reef tank, guys. We have a saltwater reef tank. This is for water testing that tank. Yeah.
Why is there Vaseline?
For putting on the sides of the walls because roaches will climb the glass. So that makes it so they can't climb the glass. We have a eye wash station. Cool. Cool. Yeah. So that's the reptile room and the critter cave. Thoughts? Pretty good. Awesome. All right. Now, oh yeah, these are plants that we have that we can bring in for collabs, but we just never do. We always forget to bring them in. They're supposed to like, we got them so we could bring them in and like put them along on the sides. Neon, thank you. We brought them so we could like put them in on the side so it looks more like we're in a jungle, but also then we end up walking around, whatever. Yeah, anyway. Maine, thank you. You guys want to see headquarters? This is headquarters, or HQ for short. So this is where all of our staff offices are. Normally we have to remove our shoes to go in here, but because there's a chicken in here today, we don't need to remove our shoes. Hello, I stream. Oh, never mind. There's Gidget, but it's fine. We're just.
We're gonna wear our shoes and stuff.
Yeah, it's fine. Just because we're on stream. So this is where we have staff offices. This is where everybody does their work. This is Jacob. He's development and administration at Alveus. This is an animal care desk.
Just close that.
Huh? Oh. It's fine. This is where animal care kind of shares this setup. So they do research on here. They place orders and stuff that we need on here as well. This goes on the door. We put this on the door when we have calls in here, or when we're on a call on the computer so people don't come in talking.
It works like half the time.
It works. We always have the cams up on this TV so we can watch the animals and see what's going on. There's Push Pop. We'll go see her today and everybody. This is some, not all, of fan art and fan letters that are sent through P.O. Box. They're very cute. We also get some like wedding announcements, some graduation announcements. Those all go up on the wall. This is it's like Shroud's Christmas card. There's watercolor of the animals or ambassadors that have passed away. There's like a really good one of Finn. It's really awesome. And back here, there's more It's like behind the shelf, but there's more letters back here, and it kind of like moves up this wall. So it's all over, man. We get some really nice stuff. It's really awesome. We've also got like some stuff done by you guys up here as well. PSA graded, by the way.
What?
It's a hollow.
That's sick.
Isn't that crazy? So sick. Ooh. So sick. Yeah, so that's fan art wall. Over here, this is like where people eat lunch. I don't know. This is where people eat lunch. Cool, yeah, no, awesome. It's really, really cool and exciting. Here's the condiment bowl. There's like mayo and mustard in here and salt.
There's what?
Mustard. This is our coffee and tea station. So people can make coffees and teas, obviously. There's also a carbonated water station, so you can make sodies. Storage. More storage. Food storage. This is our snack shelf. P.O. Box helps us restock this shelf for staff. So we always keep protein bars and fruit snacks in stock for staff. So they get snacks. We've got some gluten-free staff members, so chat will send gluten-free snacks. We try to avoid single-use plastics, but there's quite a few single-use plastics in here. This is a tea station as well, so we've just got like a bunch of teas. All the mugs live. Yeah, all the mugs live here. People use the mugs, but that's it. This is the kitchen. We've got a rice cooker. We've got a freaking toaster. We've got a kettle. We've got the sink. We've got freaking stuff. This is a dishwasher. This is our ice maker. Endless ice, kind of fire.
Somebody broke the.
Yeah, like somebody at like midnight one night broke the scooper, so now we have to use a cup.
Yeah.
I don't know who works here until midnight in HQ.
I don't know who is here at midnight, but I was here at 1 a.m. and I went to go get ice, and the scooper was broken. It was so weird.
Microwave, stove, fridge. Ta-da! This is what our fridge looks like. Staff has lunch. They put in here. Yeah, cool. This is the fridge.
Well, they didn't even really get to see it.
Okay, this is the fridge. You don't really need to see it. This is Kayla's desk. So actually, this is Chandler's desk. So this is where Chandler edits all of the YouTube videos. This video included will be edited from here. This is Chandler's like morale strat. When people are in a really bad mood, he will.
Can you do a demo on Jacob?
Wait, cinema. Look at this. I got a sweat bee. There's a sweat bee in the pollinator garden. That's freaking awesome. Sorry, so sick. So if morale is down in HQ and people are in a bad mood, Chandler will take this and then take it around to every staff member and he'll say, "Rub my belly."
I don't say it like that.
It's really soft. It says, "Rub my belly."
That's what he says.
I say, rub my
Have they
belly.
seen this?
Have I seen this?
Have they seen this?
No, I don't think. We have a brand new desk here, chat, because very soon we will have a brand new staff member, and it's my executive assistant. So Al is starting very soon, and this will be Al's desk. To be fair, Al is like primarily on my payroll, so she's my executive assistant. But at the end of the day, every time I hire somebody to help me with my stuff, they just end up working for Alveus on my salary. And so we figured to start out, why not just give her a desk in HQ at Alveus, right? Like, so that's what we're doing. But yeah, it's gonna be very, very exciting. That is a big announcement, actually. I guess I haven't said that formally. Yeah, big time. Shout out. It's gonna change my life, and she'll be great for Alveus. Sorry, she'll be great for me. Maya's executive assistant, not Alveus's. Maya's. She'll be great. Hold on, I got addresses out the wazoo. Hold on. Freaking. That's fine. Surely. This is my setup.
Modded in Alveus chat and not Maya's.
Oh, can you mod Al? This is my setup. I work here. It's fun. This is where I do all my emails and calls and stuff. It's kind of awesome. He's working also. He works really hard.
He's stupid.
He's a little stupid. And then space is set up next to me over here. There's a Space's desk. There's a space station, kind of, sort of. Wicked. So this is how he sees and knows everything. This is staff cubbies. They put their lunch in here. And then this is the bathroom. And HQ. So this is where everyone pees. And then we've got sting medication in here for like when anyone gets stung by anything. We have wax strips because Chandler waxed his legs for a stream. And then we've got like unlimited sunscreen and like Tums and Advil and stuff. So yeah, that's the bathroom. Cool. I think that's the gist in here. This is where we do our calendar, except it's probably not updated, huh? This is our monthly calendar. These are like streams, collabs, and they're magnets, so we just like move them around. We have staff meetings every Tuesday. Cool. Can we show that space or no?
What?
Yeah, right? This?
Yeah.
These are some of our other cameras around site, so we can see what's going on.
And this is the dumbest one ever because when you do pull-ups, you look so
Yeah.
it's right in front of the pull-up bar.
Yeah.
You look like a freaking idiot.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, this is HQ. Cool. Great. You don't have to zoom in on this, but this is all of our like fun, cool stuff that we have to have posting. The porch. This is our conference room. I'm dead serious. This is where I do one-on-ones with staff. It's not that doesn't happen that often. I do 2 one-on-ones with everybody a year, but this is where we come to do those. This is where we take calls. Sometimes people eat lunch out here. Welcome to the porch. It's a good time. I also stream out here. How good's the zoom on that camera?
Not good.
Okay. Well, there are cute house finches on this line. Hi, guys.
What kind of got it?
Hi. Oh, bye. You guys can see too. You do one-on-ones? Yes, I do. I don't know if you guys knew this, but not only am I a streamer, I also am the executive director here. So I am everybody's boss, and I actually work here. Like I am a streamer, right? I only stream 2 days a week, but like this is where I work. Like this is my 9 to 5 more than that. This is my full-time plus. And then I also stream. What?
Full-time plus, like a lot of hours.
Yeah. This is over there. So that is Connor and Kayla's house. You see that house in the distance? That's Connor and Kayla's house. And then the flat, like in between the 2 tree lines, the flat part, that is where the Alveus Research and Recovery Institute will be built. So there will be a whole campus built there soon. And I'm very excited about it. So we'll have like staff offices there with an actual like staff kitchen and actual conference rooms. There will be a conservation technology lab. There will be a research lab, hopefully. There will be an additional studio for live streaming and creating content. There'll be a veterinary center, an animal care kitchen as well. It's like a whole campus, like a genuine campus will be built there. And so that's what the Pixel project is for, the Alveus Research and Recovery Institute. People have been donating for that. Thank you guys so much. we're going to be building that very soon. And all right, so this is the porch. And there are lights, and it's really cozy at night. I like it here. Oh wow.
Can we turn the lights on?
No, because it's like bright outside. Thank you for the $100 donation. Thank you so much. Arctic Wolf, thank you, thank you, thank you. No, that is actually such a big deal. I'm really, really excited about Al starting here soon. I've needed an assistant. Respectfully, I had Chandler for a little bit as my personal assistant, and I've had other personal assistants, but I need more than like an hourly kind of just like doing errands person now. I really need.
Say it.
I need an executive assistant at this point in my life. Like I need someone to help me manage my calendar and my life and all of the things that I have to do in a more like consistent way.
In like good way.
And like who's just like maybe like a little better at it than Chandler was. So I've been pushing that off for a while, but it's something that I really, really need, and Al is absolutely perfect for it, and I'm really, really excited for her to come here. She has other nonprofit experience too. So like at the end of the day, I make jokes about it always ends up being the people that I hire for myself, like Space and Chandler, were both my employees first, and then just end up being Alveus employees. But the reality is, most of the stuff that I need help with is Alveus related because that's my entire life anyway. So it's really sick that she's going to be working in here. Thank you for the $100 donation. Thank you so much. And it's sick that she can help keep Alveus moving along because that's 100% of my life. Headquarters sign. Cinema.
You know who actually put this up?
Who? You didn't do that. You did that?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Good job. 100 gifted subs. Oh my gosh, thank you so much. Sorry. Whoa, anonymous with 100 gifted subs. Thank you so much. Do you have a vet on staff? No, we have a vet on retainer though. So she comes out here to do physicals with everybody. Wow, thank you for the 100 gifted subs. Who is Al? Al is my new executive assistant. She is starting next month.
Can you address this?
That's just there because Push Pop had to sleep inside for a little bit. This is the Nutrition House, better known here as the Nut House.
Hey
Hello. Surprise, we have stream. Where yes, we do keep nuts in here, but it is just short for Nutrition House. This is where all of our diet and nutrition and enrichment prep happens. Animal Care works in here, such as Lindsay. So the chinchillas also live in here. There's a.
They're out.
Oh,
I'm cleaning them, so they're getting a deep clean day, so they get to run around extra times.
that's Snork.
Oh, she's on top of Polly.
Wait,
No wonder Polly
Chandler, show her from this angle. It's really special. It's really something special. This is Snork. Snork. Snork is a chinchilla. I want to give her a tweet. Snork is a chinchilla. This is the one, if you've seen in collabs, if you've seen the chinchilla hold a sign that says something, that is Snork that does that. I have something for you. We don't come in here very often for collabs anymore though, just because the chinchillas, we think, you want this? Look. For you. Good job. What do you think? Sorry. We don't bring collabs in here very often. We are working on we're designing and building a rodent building. So they will have their own entire enclosure. And we think that it'll be a lot more professional to bring collaborators into those enclosures. We didn't love the look of bringing collaborators in here while the chinchillas are out. I know, but they are so cute. So that's why you don't see the chinchillas very often. But for the sake of presenting, because she's here with me right now, one of the reasons we have chinchillas is to teach people, no, stay here, look, Snark, look. One of the reasons that we have the chinchillas here is to teach people about the fur trade. It takes over 120 of these guys to make one fur coat. Chinchilla fur is pretty popular. It's less popular now than it used to be, but 120 chinchillas to make one fur coat, or more than that. And that's just a really wild concept. And when chinchilla fur was more popular, it almost wiped them out in Peru entirely, where they're from. And now they're doing better with protections. This is a domestic chinchilla. They look different from their wild counterpart. Thanks. Snark, can you come hold? Lindsay made a sign. Ready? Can you hold? Hold. Oh. Hold. Okay, good job. Did you get it? You guys are having to screenshot that one. She was not wanted to hold it for very long. Good job. So Snort came from a chinchilla colony in California. And Moomin was Ella's pet, actually, prior to coming to work at Alveus. Moomin. Hey, buddy. He likes to squish himself under there like a patty on the grill. Come here, Moomin. This is Moomin. He's bigger than Snork. There you go. For you. Yum. Here you go. Bye. Snork. Come here. Come here.
How do you tell the difference?
Goodbye. Moomin's bigger. Snork's face. Their faces look different. Hi, miss. Can you hold? Oh. 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 So we have them here to teach people about the fur trade, and how that's affected chinchillas and others. But once they have a rodent building, you guys will see them for collabs a lot more, and I'm excited about that because they're so cool and fun. Ugh. So that's the two chinchillas. This is Tipsy, who's in here temporarily. Tipsy's our newest parrot rescue. Came from a golf course or a golf resort in Texas where they had exotic parrots for like exotic parrot experiences, like to take pictures with. And Tipsy wasn't doing great at that program, and when he gets stressed, he started pulling his feathers out, which is something that happens with parrots in captivity, unfortunately. And because Tipsy's pulling his feathers out, it's kind of sad looking and not great for photo opportunities, and so they thought he wasn't a good fit for that program anymore. And so now he is here, where he doesn't need to take picture with anybody or be at a resort. And he's doing very well. He's in here temporarily. We're working on introducing him and Mia so he can move out to the big parrot enclosure. This is just his temporary setup. Hi, Tipsy. This is the bird that makes the Xbox notification sounds, if you guys have seen that clip. All right, so the full nut house tour. This is where Animal Care keeps blankets. Wow.
Wait, watch this. Lindsay, can you get me the use?
What?
Lindsay, can you give me the use?
I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't either.
I'm just gonna go back to cleaning. I don't know what you're saying.
Well, remember when I would like clean and I would be like, oh, can I get the use? And then you guys would give.
Yeah. Hold on.
Wait. Lindsay, can you get? Lindsay, can you give me the use?
I'm really glad we did that, guys. Thank you, Chandler. Thank you for putting that together. All right. Yeah, so there are rags in here and blankets. These are wooden enrichment toys. We have a wide variety of enrichment toys. We have freaking fidget boards for emus and marms and other things to play with things. We have wooden castles. We have seagrass huts. We have hammocks. We have these guys. Wicked. And macaw toys. Enrichment, for those of you who don't know what enrichment is it's basically toys and things that we give to our animals so that they can engage in natural behavior. So if that's like a foraging behavior, like they have to reach into something like this to get their food out, or do little puzzles, or experience new smells and new sounds and stuff like that. Oh, cute. That's really important for animals under human care to keep them engaged. It's good for them. So that's some enrichment stuff. This is the vet kind of cabinet station. So we have like gloves and alcohol and Vaseline and mite stuff up here. And we've got needles and gauze and all of those things. Vet wrap. And there's a server rack and safety data sheets and paper for enrichment and all that really fun stuff. So we regularly go through that stuff. We regularly go through all that stuff to get rid of expired things and to keep everything clean. This is animal care cleaning schedule, cleaning tasks. Polly's in there temporarily. I'll show you her new enclosure soon. This is the animal care fridge. So there's meats in here. There's animal food in here. This is animal care freezer. So ice and frozen rodents. Thank you, Polly. This is some postings of diets. So like Push Pop's diet. 70-80% greens, 20% vegetables, less than 5% fruits. Do not feed list, so stuff that Push Pop can't have is listed here. And then these are like approved fruits and veggies lists for like toast and the foxes and parrots and crows and chickens. This is the stainless steel prep table, so a lot of animal care diets are prepped here. And then this is like the island. There's a bunch of storage under here, and animal care makes enrichment on here. Wicked. This is the kitchen in the nut house. We have a very cool mural, and we have a sink and dishes, lots of dishes, lots of feathers from macaws and Mia and the crows. Pretty cool. And then this is the bathroom. Ta-da. It's pretty awesome. Yeah.
Nice. I peed in there.
Yeah, same. All right. Foot to spray. Lindsay, can I steal your keys? Also, could I take a what are they called? Nulu? Go-gurt? We're getting treats to continue the tour. Forgot keys again. I think they're in my car this time. Wait. Oh, these are Lindsay's keys. I literally just took them. I'm losing it.
We might have gone through them all, but
That's okay.
he does like these. He's really into beef.
Thank you.
Stick for him.
Other things in the nut house. What else am I missing? These are foods and nuts. Ta-da! They're like hazelnuts and stuff that you see me bring out for collabs. And I'm like, can you break this? Like, this is where they live. I don't know if that's interesting to you guys at all. This is an enrichment cabinet. So there's like strings. Oh, sweet. Thank you. There's strings in here and paper and wood things, like popsicle sticks and whatever to make enrichment toys. This is another cabinet for enrichment things. Ta-da! So there's like these produce cages, so you can put fruits and vegetables in here for them to forage for. Toys. Reused Pringle can with holes in it. Yeah. Rubber balls, baby toys. Everything. I'm nosy. Okay. Okay, just tell me if it gets too much. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I think that's, yeah. I mean, there's freaking stuff under there. There's cardboard under there for enrichment making as well. Lindsay, did I forget anything in here that's really important to you?
I don't think so.
Cool.
I think you've hit just about every corner.
Cool. Thank you.
Have fun.
Goodbye. Bye, Tipsy. Cardboard. Okay, you guys like never really see this. This is the laundry room. Whoa, cool. This is where we do our laundry, and by our laundry, I mean all the animals' laundry. So fly masks, Winnie's fly masks, hammocks for the marms, blankets, towels get washed in here. This is our big chest freezer where we store bulk frozen stuff. This is more animal care storage. So we've got a bunch of bleach in here, some of the bigger enrichment toys that don't really fit in the nut house, nets and lights and tape and stuff. This is actually don't know how to open this. Okay, this is our server rack that is very scary to me, but this is how we stay live 24/7 somehow. I don't know how any of this works. I didn't. Space and Connor know how that works, though. But this is like very important.
Apparently.
No, they did a really good job with it. It's really cool. So yeah, that's and this room, this laundry room is connected. Like this wall, we share this wall with the studio. So like I do collabs right there. Does that make sense?
Tell them what you're gonna do with that.
What? Huh?
Were you gonna put like?
We thought about it. I don't know if we're actually doing that. We thought about making doors on this side to make holes in the studio wall, like doors, where I can open the doors and take Barbara's out of it, and like baked beans and Marty bugs, like doors for taking bugs out, and then they would be preloaded onto this side before collabs, so that I don't have to go get them. But I don't know if we're gonna do that yet.
And this is the wall, like this is like
that's
the concrete.
This is
thing.
like this is the back of the rock in the studio. Maybe we'll see. So yeah, that's the laundry room. This is Glorp. We are in fact a little bit brain rotted here as staff. It literally is called Glorp. It's our storage shed. This is where we store stuff. We've got P.O. Box, like as we collect P.O. Box, because we do it once a month, we store P.O. Box stuff in here. This is where we keep excess merch and stuff to gift to people as they come through. This is like one of the new uniforms, the quarter zip animal care staff. ACS is animal care staff. Me and Chandler says ops, because we're operations department, etc. FADE, facilities and infrastructure department, gets their own as well. But yeah, I mean, it's just storage. It's not, it's kind of, we keep merch. I already said that. That's it. Glorp, shout out. Can we get a full tech walkthrough YouTube video? Yeah, someone could do that. Connor could do that. I can't. This is the greenhouse. so some of you have maybe seen, we have plant ambassadors here at Alveus as well. The most famous, or the one that I've used the most in collabs, is Stinky probably, which is our corpse flower. This is where our plant ambassadors live. This is our greenhouse. Ta-da! You guys know and love. This is Stinky. This is pitch jars. This is our one of our tropical pitcher plants. We have a couple. Sorry, it's kind of loud in here. There's a humidifier going and it's loud. We have a bunch of bromeliads here. There's a frog that lives in this bromeliad.
Oh, really?
Yeah. He lives in here. We've got stuff for plants. I'm not a horticulturist or a botanist. I don't really know how this looks like. This is Mexican butterwort. Is flowering right now, which is really freaking pretty. This is a carnivorous plant. You can kind of see on his leaves, there's little tiny bugs. The leaves are sticky. And so they catch things like mosquitoes on cliff sides and they digest them. So it's actually a carnivorous plant, even though it doesn't really look like a carnivorous plant. We got Dewey up here. He's got, he woke up with crazy hair today. This is a Australian fork-leafed sundew. And all of these, is this a good shot? Can you see my finger? Dewey is very sticky.
Yeah.
So, well, if he catches a bug, they will stick to him, and then he'll eat them. So yeah, this is our greenhouse. That's where all of our plants live. Pretty cute. Wait, I want to show them something. One more thing. My niece made this for Lyndon. Lyndon is our horticulturist here at Alveus, which just means that she takes care of all of our plants. And she has red hair, and my niece made this for her. She painted the pot, and then we made Lyndon. Actually, this for International Women's Day, me and my niece made pots like this with the girls for every one of our female staff. And they're thriving. So cute. Yeah, she popped off. Cool, so that's the greenhouse. We haven't even seen any animals yet. This is one side of the barn. We have some tool storage here. We recently extended out this awning so that we have more working space and more shaded space. And it's lit, like there's lighting in it now. This is the tool barn. So this is a pretty recent upgrade for Alveus. We've had this barn. This barn was on site when I purchased this property in 2021, but it has been recently redone. If you're interested in like any of this stuff or the barn or like the inner workings, we just posted a YouTube video about the whole renovation of the barn. It's very thorough, so you can watch that. But look, there's freaking tools everywhere. They're labeled here. It truly is just like an incredible workspace because we build so much in-house. When I say we, I mean the facilities and infrastructure department. They're very talented, not me. But yeah, like everything's labeled really nice. Conduit couplings, wow. PVC stuff, wing nuts, connections, PVC fittings, la la la. Every type of nail or screw you could ever need. We're like a freaking Lowe's in here. There's also storage. Can you grab that? Are you serious?
I think you got it.
This is like so unnecessary. There's storage up there. There's a ladder. It comes down, and then we have a bunch of stuff stored up there. We have paints and chemicals and stuff in the back corner here. We have, I think this is so cute. I think it's so cute that it says Lucas's tools and Nick's tools, and it's like their backpack. I don't think they would like that. I think that's so cute, but I think it's so cute. It's like school. Evan and Caitlin donated this laser cutter to us. Shout out. We love Evan and Caitlin on YouTube. This is a drone that was built in partnership with Boston University students. And it is a feeder for the wolf dogs. So we are working on building it to fly in an autonomous path to the wolf dogs from here. And same thing with Winnie's feeder. People can make donations on Twitch to feed the wolf dogs treats. So it'll bring treats to the wolf dogs and drop them in there. So that's a very exciting project that we've been working on. Shout out Boston University students. We've got a 3D printer in here. We've got safety gear in here. We've got popsicles. I learned recently that Fade staff opens these popsicles with their teeth, and I don't like that. So I left them a note recently, but this is the popsicles, and these are the scissors for cutting open the popsicles. They are electrolyte popsicles, not just like normal ones.
Do you do a demo?
I don't really want one right now. You want one?
Yeah.
Okay. What color do you want? So yeah, we have electrolyte popsicles, we've got endless gloves, we've got earplugs, we've got headlamps, we've got the battery wall, the cable managed battery wall. So this is where all the batteries charge and live. Shout out, freaking awesome, for all of our power tools, and then more things. And that's the barn. And there's this, which is very cool. I would show, this is like really cool. I don't actually know how to do this though.
Pull it back.
I can't do it. Okay, well, imagine you pull this back and then you flip it over and then this table saw is sitting on the table. You want to do it? It's not that serious. It's fine.
Oh, cool.
It's fine. Chat, do you get it? Damn, how do you pull it back? They don't have a handle on this thing?
It's on like
Jeez. God. Cool. So yeah, they built this in, which is like really smart and much easier for them than it is for me. And I'm just gonna leave it like this. No, I'm not. Okay. I'm not. God. Okay. Okay. Duh. Okay. So there's that. Really glad you guys got to see that. This is the emu enclosure. You guys may notice there are donor trees here now. So back in 2021, when I did the very, very first ever capital campaign fundraiser for Alveus, the reason that I shaved my head back in 2021 is because all of these people donated $100 or more back in 2021 to start this facility, like to start building anything. So these are like the founding supporters of Alveus, OG leafers. And you might think that this looks like a lot of names, but actually it's all of these trees. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 donor trees. And so those are all, we call them leafers because they each got a leaf. So yeah, pretty freaking awesome. These are new garden beds. So Lyndon, our horticulturist, and Lucas worked together to landscape all of this. There's some really cool plants. There's some cute baby cactus that have hats because they can't handle full sun exposure yet. So Lyndon made them all hats so that they have the best chance at life. There's Stompy. We'll go in with Stompy. Pokey! The attention to detail brings a tear to my eye. Oh my god, I wish I was in the pollinator garden. Dude, Pokey funded that pollinator garden, by the way. If you guys didn't know that, it's called Pokey's Pollinator Garden, and it's popping off. It's doing so well. Hello, Queen. Here you go. We spray our shoes before going into enclosures with a veterinary disinfectant to help prevent the spread of any disease, bird flu, stuff like that. I'll fun more next time I come. Oh my god. I love you. You're the best. That's so nice. Welcome to the emu enclosure staff. Or staff, you're not staff. Welcome to the emu enclosure chat. There may be some of you that are watching that's like, wait a second. I thought Stompy lived in the pasture. He did used to live in the pasture. Now he has this whole enclosure. And he has a friend. So this is where Stompy now lives. That's Stompy. Stompy, can you come here and say hello? Chicken. Stompy. Stompy. Stomp. Okay. This is Noli, Stompy's new friend, or should I say girlfriend. Noli is a recent rescue here at Alveus. She's recently become pretty brave. Oh. Hello, Chica. Hello, what are you doing? Hi. Stompy was the first ambassador we rescued in 2021 when he was a little tiny baby. And now he is a bigger baby. Now he's just a little bit bigger, but he's still a little baby. One thing that we know and love about Stompy and Noli is that they love water. And so one really important thing to us when we built these enclosures was adding a water feature. And we made a really sick one. Thanks to Julian, Salamita, and Jenna, we built them this splash pad. And it's freaking awesome. So this is the emu's water feature. Here, I'll go in here so he can come in. Stompy! Can you get out of his way? Come here. Chicken. This is the emu's splash pad where they get to go for swims. They love it in here. Yay, Stompy. Yay! Noli. Nolita. Yay! Stompy swimming. Hi, Noli. You may notice there's like a little bit of dripping happening from the top of this enclosure. That's because this is not just a pool for the emus, it's also a splash pad. So we have it automated so that it rains in here, like across the entire pond. There are spouts, water, oh God, what is it called? Like not spigots, jets kind of around this entire thing, like on these poles that are supporting the structure. Thank you for the 20 gifted, Smetty, thank you. Thank you so much. So there are sprinklers along the sides of this whole pool that spray water inwards, and yeah, so that's why the dripping is happening. But they like it with and without the rain. Are you ready to turn the rain on, Space? Should I get out? It'll what? Okay. Don't do it with them in here then. Hi, Noli. So Stompy was born at a zoo in California, and his dad abandoned the clutch of eggs that he was a part of, and so they incubated him at that zoo, and then he was shipped here. Noli was owned by a private rancher, or a private owner, a rancher in Texas, who thought that he wanted emus, and then changed his mind. So that's how Noli ended up here. Well, Smetty, thank you for another 20 gifted. Thank you so much. His dad, not his mom. Yeah, the male emus incubate eggs. The arms. Yeah. I should also say Noli is here. Noli was a part of Mr. Beast's video, Mr. Beast Saves 1,000 Animals. She was one of those animals. And so Jimmy and his team came in here, helped to fund and build this enclosure, and help coordinate the rescue for her. So Noli's full name actually is Nolan's mom, because I let Jimmy name her, and Nolan is his friend, who's a part of Beast videos. So Noli is short for Nolan's mom. Stompy loves this pool. It's true. He loves it in here. Scarlett, thank you for the 6 months. Wow. Good splash. Noli is short for Noli Cannoli Guacamole, actually. Yeah, it's short for a lot of things. Noli Cannoli, Noli Poly, Noli Guacamole, Holy Noli, Noli Ravioli, Noli Bologna, Noli Stromboli. Do they ever dip their head under the water? No, I never see them put their head all the way under, but pretty much everything else. Submarine. Emu submarine. They're nice. Good job. He's pretty saturated. What do you think? You having a nice swim? Look, he bit me. Hi. That's so nice, Stompy. Hi. What do you think? Oh. What are you doing? Cool pond. Thanks. Yeah. Shout out Julian Salamita and Jenna for supporting the build of this. We're so proud of it. This is like, chat, this feature and this enclosure, geez, was truly one of my like, whoa, we made it moments at Alveus, because I really think like the quality of this build and aesthetically what it looks like and like what it does for their welfare, because they love it so much, it keeps them cool and all these things. I really think it rivals some of the big name zoos that I really admire. Like I think it's such a high standard of quality and welfare, and it's so crazy walking in here and seeing our animals enjoy it, because literally 5 years, wow, that was a lot. Thank you. Literally 5 years ago, it was just me and Ella here. Ella, my very first employee. And we had Stompy as a baby, but like, we just didn't have like the money or skills or staffing or anything to even consider building something like this. It was like so scrappy. And now we have all of the things to build stuff like this, and that's so freaking cool. Like I'm so proud of this feature, and I'm so stoked with how much they love it. You like it, huh? Look, a stick. Fetch. Dun 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 dun. Wait, that's the movie picture. I was trying to do Jaws. I forget how Jaws goes. Dun 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 dun. That's not Jaws. Bum bum. Oh, bum bum. Bum 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 bum. I want to show you guys the water feature, but I don't want to turn it on with Stompy in here and startle him. So maybe he'll get out if I get out. Stompy? I think it's time to get out of the pool. Stompy. Stompy, time to get out of the pool. Stompy, we've had enough pool time. Time to get out of the pool. The pool's closed. Stompy. Okay, while we wait for Stompy to get out of the pool, let me show you some other features of their enclosure. We've got this, pretty awesome. Emu crossing. This is like a small detail that, for the sake of doing the most thorough tour in the history of all Alveus time, I will show you just because I think it's kind of interesting. What? Huh? Just wait until he gets out. Thanks, though. Oh, also note, this enclosure has been planted up for the emus as well. So like this stuff was planted here. This is called Turk's cap. It's in the hibiscus family, and these are edible flowers. So the emus can forage and eat those flowers too, and they have. It's very cute. This is we call these Pedro poles here at Alveus because all the raccoons that visit Alveus are collectively known as Pedro, and this is our system for making it so they can't access these poles because it's steel, so they can't climb them, and we hang the emu's grain from them so that they're inaccessible from Pedros and rats and mice. They still can. Well, that was the idea. Stompy is now out of the pool, and so Space is going to turn on the water features so you guys can see what that looks like. I don't want to like shock them by turning the features on, but now that they're out, we can show you what the splash pad looks like in action. Ooh. It rains in there. What do you think, Stompy? He immediately turned around. Ooh. Yay, Stompy in the rain. You can just leave rain. No, you're good, Chandler. So they love it. So this was also built with the idea that this is something that can also be chat operated. So the way that you can donate to feed Winnie treats, and you soon will be able to donate to feed the wolf dogs treats. We're setting this up, and Space is coding it so that people can make donations to turn the rain on for the emus as well. As you can see, they love the rain. Truly, this is Stompy's dream. Like, which is the cool thing about being able to build out a facility like this, is like you just get to know the animals and love them so much. And all of our staff is on the same page about just wanting the absolute best for their welfare and like giving them their dream builds and dream features in their enclosures. And This is the emu dream. Noli is a little more cautious than Stompy. I think she does want to go in there though. Here she comes, chat. What do you think, Nolita? Nolita Bonita. In she goes. Yay, Noli in the rain. It's like a freaking romance movie. This is a movie. Chat, is this beautiful or what? Cinema. Amazing. Yay, Stompy, yay, Noli. Continue enjoying the rain. You can see, we'll just go this way. This is the emu shelter. They have misting fans. They have the ability to close them in there in case we need to do anything medical with them. Big raid. Oh, Dean, what up? Thank you so much. Thank you for the raid. I feel like you guys should know something about Dean So Cool, by the way. We were out at the club the other night, and I was feeling kind of yuck, and I was coughing, and I was like, and he was like, oh, here, take a sip of this, because he thought that it was juice,
Oh my God.
and it was tequila. So I freaking drank it, and I just want to shout out Dean So Cool for doing me like that at the club. No, I'm joking. I thought it was really funny, but it was also kind of evil. This is the other side of the emu enclosure. So we had to build, are you coming? You can come with us. We had to build it into two sides because we had to introduce Stompy and Noli through a fence when she first got here, but it's actually been really handy while we do construction in here. We can move them in here and vice versa. This is some emu enrichment. Emus, you know how they just love shiny things. Okay, they love jewelry and they love shiny things. So we like hang up shiny things for them to peck at. They're an interesting animal. This is the other side of the emu shelter. They have a live camera over here. They have more misting fans over here. This is an emu feeder. So this is an automated feeder, like the ones that we have with Winnie. So people can donate to dispense food in here for the emus, treats in here for the emus. And then this is their mud wallow. So in addition to the splash pad, which is very clean and beautiful and took a lot of time and effort and money, we also made them this mud wallow. Sometimes they do prefer it. You know how it is. All right, so we will continue on. We'll go this way. You've been recording, right? Yeah. Okay. All right. So now we are at, thank you for the $25 donation. Thank you so much to Alveus. Now we're at the marmosets. This is we'll go this way. Why not? We never show you guys going in this way. Oh, Animal Care shows you, but I never go in this way for collabs. I always go in the front door. But this is their side door. So this is the back rooms for the marms. This is where they have a food prep table in here. They have a scale in here. They have storage. They have a sink in here. They being Animal Care staff. So they keep some cleaning tools here, etc., etc. You guys don't see this that often for collabs, but I mentioned that they have climate controlled space. The marms do, and this is what that space looks like. Hi, Appa. So this is the inside space for the marmosets. There's Appa. And there's AC in here. It is really nice and cool in here. We braided, actually, I did this one shot. Wait, I did both of these ropes. Oh, hey. Sorry, what do you want? You want this? Chad. That's Chad. Say hi to Chad. Oh, he wants the camera. Oh, God. That's Appa. He's a common marmoset. And yeah, we had a big rope braiding day where we wrapped ropes around all these perches. We made some funky ones with knots. We made like cool, in my opinion, very cool 5-stranded braid ropes, regular braid ropes. They have these cute windows, these dome windows, and they sit on these fuzzy pads and watch birds and stuff go by, enriching, amazing. We've got big fat ropes. We've got perches, and then we have these cat doors. So this is how they get to their outside space that you guys see during collabs. They have lots of mirrors and stuff, and then they also have a Texas license plate because can't really think of a good reason for that. Here's Appa. There's Appa, in case you were wondering where he is. He's, oh. Appa likes the camera. Very nice. They are chilling. They also have this fire pole. So they can, what do you want? Why'd you look at me like that? You want to see the keys? They're Lindsay's. Okay. That's all I have to show you, really. Sorry. It feels like you want something. These are my pants.
Dude.
Look, wait, call back. These are my, guys, I thrifted these pants the other day. They're brand new and they're Under Armour. And they fit like a freaking, like, they're so good. Are they not? Pockets everywhere. They're so thick. I think they're waterproof. Should we test it? Wait.
Yes. Can I do it? Wait, no. Oh, I just want to throw it at you.
They're not. But like how
What would
cool,
that even mean?
how cool would it be like if water just slicks off? Okay, we're going outside, guys. Okay, but like they're still really nice pants and I'm really stoked about them. And they're brand new and they fit like a freaking glove. Like look at this fit. Isn't that crazy?
That's nice.
I know. Okay. So this is the Marmoset's outdoor enclosure. This is what you see for collabs. They've got lots of ropes and hammocks and ladders and things out here. They have, oh, here they are. Hi, guys. This is a pretty classic marm enrichment that Appa's showing you right now. It's a toddler cup, like an anti-spill cup for toddlers in the car. It's like, has a silicone thing so that food doesn't fall out, but you can reach in. So we use it as a foraging feeder. Thank you for the demo. That was really nice. They drink from water bottles, like small animal water bottles. They have domes for sleeping in. They like sleeping in those. Cat domes, technically. I spy Bucky. I spy cinnamon roll.
Ew.
I spy Psyduck. So their enrichment today, I guess,
You know Psyduck?
was stuffed animals. Yeah, are you impressed?
Yeah.
Thank you. The marmosets also have an iPad up there. You can see it from here. So they have games that we can run for them on that iPad because they love screens, and so that has been enriching for them. And then this is very important to us. Special thanks to Dr. Julie. Dr. Julie is a primatologist who helps us with all things Appa and Momo. She actually came out here physically to help us redesign and rebuild this enclosure to make it the absolute best possible for their welfare. She watches the live cams all the time. She's been an awesome part of the community. She sends them gifts all the time. She's their godmother. The marmoset's godmother is Dr. Julie, and so she's helped us with the time. Appa looks so cute right now. Oh my god, please just film him eating. I'm gonna throw up. Like the way that he looks at his food before he eats. Oh my god. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Oh my god. Almost makes you forget that he bites everybody. This Dr. Julie sent, this is a marmoset back scratcher, like a car wash, so they can walk under it, and then it like scratches their back because these are kind of weighted beads. Fancy. Hi, Momo. Sorry. You want to see chat? Look. Oh, he doesn't really want to look at it. Okay, sorry. Yeah, so I think that's the marmoset enclosure. It's pretty freaking sweet. They got lots of vertical space, so they can go all the way to the top of this enclosure, and they do. This used to be our crow enclosure, but we redid it to accommodate for the marmosets. These are their domes, so they can hide. Normally, there was a big bamboo down there, but it has died off. But when there was a bunch of bamboo, it grew around those domes, so it made for like really good hiding spaces in there. We're on a little rescue mission side quest because this guy's gonna have a hard time getting out. Surprise! Frog.
Would they eat him?
Yeah, low key. We should just go out that way because I need to lock all those doors. Back up. Marmosets, marmosets, dun 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 dun, dun marmosets. Bum bum bum. His name is Appa. He's a monkey, and he likes to bite everyone in sight. No, dude. Dude. Sorry, I got this. Damn. 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 Okay. Oh, damn. Dude, stop. Sorry, I got distracted by my bars. Can you open that?
Yeah. They were fine.
Thank you. There you go. Now you don't want to jump. Are we there? Okay, wow. Okay. That is the marmoset enclosure. Wahoo! I got frog pee all over my hand. Okay.
And you won't get warts.
Correct. Lyndon, our horticulturist, planted up outside of this enclosure. Look how freaking beautiful it is. Shout out. We got a bunch of Texas native plants, a lot of flowering plants. They're freaking amazing. We're trying to make as much of this property pollinator friendly as possible. So we're trying to provide a lot of pollinator habitat, and it's looking awesome. Hooray for Lyndon. All right, next up we have the crow enclosure. We have two crows, Abbott and Coconut. Do 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 do. Hello. The crows are getting a new enclosure soon, but this is where they live right now. Hi, boys. So that's Abbott. Up here is Abbott. And then back there is Coconut. He is standing in front of their heater. That's fine. That's their heater up there that Coconut is standing in front of. It's not on right now. The crows have these platforms. They have this tree for perching out here. And they have corner perches as well, obviously. We like to give them sticks and rocks and stuff, so it keeps it a little bit more natural in here. And then obviously they have some plants growing in here too, which is pretty cool. And they have these log camps. So yeah, that's what the crows do. Hi, bye. There's construction sounds going on, so. They're not that interested in coming down. So yeah, those are the crows. Yeah, the heater's not on right now. That's for the winter. This is Push Pop's enclosure. And there's a bunch of new stuff happening to it, so I will walk you through all that stuff. You know that plant that I showed you in the emu enclosure that they can eat? It's Turk's cap. This is all Turk's cap, so it'll hopefully get to be really big like that. These are all planted up for Push Pop. They're all edible flowers. So she has her own garden. And this is where Push Pop lives. This is her inside space. As you can see, she's in the freaking corner as per usual. But that is Push Pop. She's our Sulcata tortoise. She was originally purchased to be a pet online. Or not online, I'm sorry. She was originally purchased to be a pet when she was a baby. And then the family had to move states, and so they could not take her with. And now she lives here. She's grown quite a bit since she's been here. She'll be over 100 pounds. Adult size. Lucas could speak much better to this than I can, but it is very important, and so I'm going to do my darndest. It's very, very important for reptiles and tortoises like Push Pop to have a specific spectrum of UV lighting. Push Pop's lighting in here mimics sunrise and sunset with the amount of UV that she's getting. It's really important for them to have that specific lighting because it helps them to metabolize calcium. They can't metabolize calcium without having the right UV, and metabolizing calcium is what helps determine the growth of their shell. So when you see, if you've ever heard of like pyramiding with tortoises, or you see tortoises with like really bumpy scoots and spikes and their shells all deformed, that's probably because they weren't metabolizing calcium properly. Maybe because their diet, and also because they weren't getting the correct lighting growing up. And so that's what this whole situation is for. It's pretty serious, it's pretty specific. They have temperature requirements, humidity requirements, and also UV requirements that people don't think about when they get them as pets. And it's something that I didn't really learn about either until Lucas got here. We have these sensors, these temperature sensors everywhere. They are hooked up to our phones. So we get alerts, like staff gets alerts on our phones if something goes over or under in our animals' enclosures. So we have access to those notifications 24/7. What?
You remodeled this.
Yeah, this is not the same building that you guys have seen on collabs. It's taller. So it was, what was it, like a 6-foot ceiling? And now it's a 8-foot ceiling. So now people can walk in here without bumping their heads, which is exciting. This is another Push Pop garden. This is hibiscus that's growing in here for her to consume. This was also all planted up for Push Pop. So all of the greens and stuff that you see in here, it's a tortoise-friendly grazing mix. So there's a variety of plants, so Push Pop can walk out here and munch on on all of it, which is freaking cool. Push Pop has her own pond as well. So she likes to take a dip in there. She kind of just like walks in and walks out, but that's really good for hydration. And then she's got shelter here with a dig box. So this, you can see it's kind of framed out by 2x4s. This is a dig box for Push Pop, and there's sand in it. So she can bury herself in here if she so wishes to do that. Pretty cool. Push Pop has misters as well. So we can keep it cool in here and help water her foraging mix, or her grazing mix. And then this is Push Pop's forest as well. We kept trees in here. We try to keep trees in as many enclosures as possible. So those are Push Pop's trees. And then this is Push Pop's Crunch Cam, or ASMR setup. So this is a live camera. Push Pop gets fed a salad, her diet here. And then embedded in these rocks is an ASMR microphone. That is the microphone. So when she eats her produce, you can hear the crunching. And so that's what we call the Push Pop Crunch Cam. It's quite a hit on the internet. And then you might think, wow, that's a lot for a tortoise. Like, she's really living big. This is how we're expanding Push Pop's enclosure. So I don't know how well you can see through the wire, but you can see Rocky back there. That is going to be the end of Push Pop's enclosure, where Rocky is, where that person is over there. And so we're giving her a Push Pop pasture, mostly because we won't be using this land in between Push Pop and the wolf dogs for other enclosures, and it's cheap enough and easy enough just to expand it. And so during the day, she will have the access to walk out here and do more exploring and stuff. And then at night she'll be brought in here. But yeah, so this is Push Pop pasture. Sorry, guys. What? What?
You just look funny cleaning it.
Okay. Okay. Clean. So yeah, Push Pop pasture. This also opens it up and gives us the space and ability to potentially rescue more tortoises in the future. And we're excited about the potential for that. This is another enrichment thing. So we have hooks throughout this enclosure to do hanging plants. So these are edible plants for Push Pop as well as the spider plant. And as this plant grows, it will hang down. And then as it gets down here, she can forage from it. It keeps the plant alive because she's only eating the ends and the stuff that's hanging down, but it's just like a growing enrichment source for her, foraging source for her. Hose reel. We have retractable hose reels at Alveus, so we don't have to coil up hoses, because that's the worst thing in the world. There are worse things in the world, I'll be honest, but it's one of the things I dislike in the world. So that's Push Pop. You can see, well, we'll go up here and then I'll show you. This is the fox enclosure. All of this outside the fox enclosure was planted up by Lyndon. And so we got a bunch of native flowering plants in here. It's very hooray, happy, fun time for pollinators. And this was the expansion that we did for the fox enclosure last year. I will show you that in just a second. But before we show you that, we're going to show you this. This is the beginning of Cassie's enclosure. So we just got this concrete pad poured, which is very exciting. So this will serve as Cassie's inside space. But Cassie, our serval, who's in a temporary enclosure right now, is going to get a massive permanent enclosure thanks to Smosh. Smosh came out here and did a collab and also ran a fundraiser on their YouTube channel that has allowed for us to build out this space. And it'll go like all the way back there, his outside space. He's going to get a bunch of vertical climbing space and a bunch of cool features. There will be glass in the enclosure, so viewing will be easier from the outside. It'll be a really special one. And so the construction for Cossie's enclosure has started, and there will be more to show you guys soon on that, but it'll be freaking killer, and I'm stoked. It's going to be huge. Speaking of huge, for reference, Alveus, like the OG site, the upper site, is 15 acres. That's a lot of land. An acre, a football field is just over an acre for reference, like an American football field. So we have a lot of space out here. You can kind of, I don't know if you can see the marms or like the gate or something. We have all of this space from here to the marms to build enclosures. So there's a lot of space, unused space still to work with, which is good and exciting. So 15 acres for the OG Alveus site, but we have now expanded to 40 acres. So like 40 football fields, or just a little less than that, but a lot. So really cool. Let's go foxes and then we'll go this way. This is the fox enclosure. We got Finn and Reed in here. So this was their original space. It was just this inside space. You guys have seen me come in here with collabs a million times. And this original space is fully covered, but it's also open air. So, or not open air, but it's wire. So there's a lot of airflow in here, but we wanted them to have more space than this. Oh, sorry, bud. I didn't see you there. Reed is in here, or was in here. They have a treehouse in here. This really worked for them for a while, actually. It's a pretty solid enclosure. Originally, when we rescued the foxes, Finn and Reed were sharing a 10 by 10 foot space. I'm basically 5 feet tall, so that's 2 of me by 2 of me, which is like crazy. So this was a huge upgrade for them, but we wanted them to have more. So this is their inside space. It has AC. It's so nice in here. It is dark. It's dark, it's cool, and it's quiet. And that is because we want our fox to be from like construction sound and heat and all of that stuff. Reed especially is kind of a fragile, or he's not fragile, he's a sensitive guy. He struggles with construction noise and with people coming through, and so he can, oh yeah, right, duh. Right. Hello? Hello? Okay, so Finn and Reed can go in there for respite. Yeah. This is the fox's expansion. Domain expansion, if you will. We made their enclosure 8 times the size of their original enclosure by making this pasture. This is a truly open air enclosure. So all of these, we got chain link fencing here with a cantilever inside, so that and then also this baffling to prevent from climbing. There's also wire buried underneath here so that they can't dig out. All the animals at Alveus are non-releasable. If they could be in the wild, we would release them into the wild. We want nothing more for wild animals to be where they belong. Our 2 foxes and all the other animals at Alveus are not releasable, and so we want to give them the absolute best life possible under human care. If they got out, or if we release them, they would not survive. So those are measures that we take to keep them safe. This is a pile of dirt. We just had extra dirt. We thought the foxes might like digging in it, and they have enjoyed digging in it. They had some tunnels in here. We got some rain, so it collapsed their tunnels, but that's a remainder of a tunnel that they did have, and now they can go again. So fun and enriching stuff. The foxes have platforms tree houses. Animal care staff built these. Like the gals, Shruti and Lindsay and Kayla helped build these. There's baffling in the trees so that the foxes can't climb too high and fall down and hurt themselves. And this is Finn. Finn has unlocked a new treat, Go-Gurt. It's not actually Go-Gurt. It's one of those cat treats though that is like shaped like Go-Gurt. So we could give him a little treat. Here, Finn. Yeah. Finn. Do you want to go good? Go this way. Go this way. Dude, what? What is up with you right now? I don't know. Hello? You thirsty? He's thirsty. They have a river. Okay, we will carry this around for Finn. This is one of the fox's dens. Finn likes to sleep in here. It's shaded. They have a platform on top as well. It's a little cooler in there. So that's the fox den. This is the fox river. Finn's just having a seat by the river, ignoring us. It is running water, which is really cool and fun. We built this whole structure for them with volunteers. I don't know what he's doing. Okay. Wow, good job, bud. We can go around this way and show it from this side. I think it looks better from over here. Do you want this? There's an obstacle. Finn. Finn. Okay. All right. This is the Fox River. Damn. There's a snake. I scared him. There's a snake in there. That's cool. No. He tucked back in. This is the Fox's River. It's very pretty. It's running water. Amazing. There are plants growing in there, so they can hang out in there. Shout out staff. It's a beautiful feature. And then over here, we just have more platforms and another den. And then otherwise, it's just open space. A lot of this was planted up specifically for the foxes, and then some of it is just naturally growing in here. But yeah, that's the fox enclosure. We're gonna see if we're gonna try this one more time, because otherwise I just have an open Go-Gurt. Yeah, we call it Fallopian Falls because it looks like fallopian tubes. Finn, I have something for you. It's okay. Do you want this? It's a treat. Go-Gurt. Yay. Delicious. He loves it. So Finn is an American red fox. He was bred for the illegal pet trade in California, and he was confiscated from the illegal pet trade in California. So somebody tried to have him as a pet, and it didn't work out because, as you can see, he doesn't really act like a dog. Some people think that they want a fox, thinking that it'll just be like a dog but cooler. But actually, they're very different, and they don't make good pets, and it's really unfair to try to have them in a house. So we have Finn and his friend Reed here to teach people about the exploitation of foxes in the pet trade, and then also about the exploitation of animals in the fur trade in general. So he is an American red fox, but he's this color because people breed him to be different colors for the pet trade, and people breed him to be different colors for fur specifically. The fur industry is really sad. Fur is not a byproduct. It's not like we eat fox meat and then also use their pelts. And it's also
it's not that we shave foxes to get fur coats. Fur is the pelt of an animal. So for the fur industry, foxes and rabbits and minks and other animals are bred specifically to grow them to adulthood so that there's the most amount of skin and fur possible, and then they're slaughtered for their fur specifically. So it's a really, really sad industry. There's still tens of millions of animals every single year in the US that are bred specifically for fur and slaughtered specifically for fur. And it's a really sad thing. So don't wear furs in 2026, please smile. Oh, we went out the other one. We gotta go out through that gate there. Yeah, it's super sad. It's so nice in here. It's so sad that it F's in there. One thing that Alveus tries to do regularly is help teach you guys about policies and things that you can support to help the animals that are being exploited by the industries that we talk about. And so we recently put out it was a bit ago, to try to help ban the sale of fur in the Northeast in the US. So if you guys don't follow Alveus Sanctuary on socials yet, like Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, it would be great if you did, because you can help by sending letters and signing up for things, and we will try our best to keep you updated on the things that you can help with. So if you watch the stuff and you're like, damn, that's really sad, I wish, but like there's nothing I can do about it, there actually is. So keep up to date with Alveus Socials, and engage with the stuff that we tell you can help with, please. That'd be awesome. Okay, so the extended tour. By the way, this is Costy's, and like that's the inside space, but you can see, dude, it's so huge. Okay, see this orange line? So this is the front. This is going to be the front of Costy's enclosure, and this is the side. So it goes all the way down to that fence. See this pink string? I don't know how far you can see it, but it goes all the way down there. So that's going to be Costy's.
Like to the fence, they can to the fence.
Yeah, it goes to the fence line. So that's Costy's space. It'll be freaking awesome. It's gonna be huge. Okay. These are poles for Costy's enclosure. So it'll be made out of, or like these poles will be supporting the structure of it. It's painted with like this black stuff. The base of the poles are painted with this black stuff to help keep the poles from rotting in the ground. It's like a waterproof sealer situation. So like these poles are painted, and then the black part goes in the ground so that the poles last for longer. This is like just a construction space where everything goes down. That's Skiddy. That's our skid steer. Alveus' skid steer. We own that guy. He's awesome. This is the new bird of prey situation at Alveus. So this is the carnivore kitchen and storage building. So this right side, big door, will be for storage of crates and other things. And then this is going to be the carnivore cafe. So this is going to service all of our carnivores here at Alveus. So it's a kitchen specifically for meats. So our birds of prey will get their food prepared in here. Cossie, the wolf dogs, the foxes, the crows. All of our meat eaters will be serviced out of the carnivore cafe. So this is new building for that. These are going to be big windows, so staff can watch the birds without the birds knowing that we're watching them. It's a what's that called? A one-way situation. And then these are our 5 new bird of prey enclosures that we're building in anticipation of rescuing birds of prey. So we've been working on these for a very long time. Turns out the slower, what? They look good, huh? The slower you build things, the cheaper it is generally. So we've been building these for a long time. There are lots of birds of prey that need rescue. And so we're building these enclosures so that we can rescue them. So this is one of them. I'll show you this one. So this is the smallest one. All of the enclosures have vestibules, which is just 2 doors so in case a bird gets out of one door, it gets in the vestibule and doesn't fly out type thing. This is the inside space of one, or the outside space of one. They all have these tent poles because obviously birds like a lot of vertical space. So that's the apex of this enclosure. Pretty tall. Yeah, like an airlock, thank you. They've got water spigots built in here for cleaning because they will also have water features as a sound barrier. So like the sound of running water will help to keep them calm and from hearing construction noises and people talking, because birds of prey have a tendency to be a little bit more sensitive to sound. And because they're really sensitive to sound, we really, really insulated these inside spaces. So it's very, very quiet in here, and it's darker in here, and they will have climate control as well. And then they're all sand floors, so we can scoop up bird of prey poop like cat litter. So, yeah, pretty cool. So that's the inside space for birds of prey. We tried to keep as many trees as possible in these spaces. Ta-da, it's a really beautiful one. Oak tree. So that is bird of prey enclosure number 1, but we have 5 in total that we've been building, and we are submitting permits for very soon. One of the birds of prey that we have confirmed coming here is a young female crested caracara, which is a type of falcon, and I'll show you what it looks like because they're freaking awesome. This is not her, but I'll show you a picture of one. Let's see. Crested caracara.
They're like native, right?
Yeah, they live here in Texas, but they look like they would live in Africa or something. It looks like this. They're freaking cute. They have cool hairdos. Wicked. So there's a female crested caracara who will be coming here, which we're very excited about. So she will be an ambassador. And then there are several other birds that we've started having conversations about that are already in need of rescue. And so we're excited to be able to provide homes for them. But yeah, the enclosures just get bigger from the one that I showed you. The largest enclosure we have is down here. It is built up to standards for eagles and vultures and really large birds of prey like that. It's like quite a bit bigger than the first one. So there's a lot of space here. And the crows also will move into one of these enclosures. So yeah, so that should be cool. Those are the bird of prey enclosures. Other behind the scenes info, Alveus is regulated and permitted by Texas Parks and Wildlife, USDA, and US Fish and Wildlife. Bird of prey permits are a little bit more complicated because a lot of these birds are protected under the US Migratory Bird Act. And so we need to get federal permits for them, whereas with some of our other mammals and animals, it's just a state permit. And unfortunately, Texas makes it very easy for you to have exotic animals, so those permits are much quicker than birds of prey. So that's another reason why birds of prey have taken so long, is because they're federal permits, not state permits. I don't know if that's interesting to you guys at all, but now you know. Hello. This is the wolf dog enclosure. It is. Okay, great. So, speaking of permitting and stuff, if you've ever wondered why we have to go through one gate to get into another for the wolf dogs, it's because USDA does require us to have double fencing. So that's why this outside fence and then also this inside fence. They also require us to have this cantilever fencing on the inside of the wolf enclosure, just like the foxes. So there's this chain link that goes up, and then there's a 3-foot cantilever that goes in to prevent from climbing. So we've got wolf dogs here. We have Awa and Aquila. Wow! Hi! Awa and Aquila. Aquila is 60% gray wolf. Awa is 65% gray wolf. And then the rest is Alaskan Malamute, Siberian Husky, and German Shepherd. Wolf dogs only exist because people think it'd be cool for their pet dog to be part wolf because some people think that would be cool. But in reality, you get an animal that can never be released in the wild because it's part domestic dog, so they're not capable of surviving in the wild. And they also, most of the time, can't be in your house like a pet because they're part wolf. So YouTube, thank you for the $20 donation from Christian. Thank you so much. So you breed these animals into existence that don't have a place in the wild and don't have a place under human care. And that's pretty much all we got on Earth in 2026. So they're either euthanized at a very young age or they have to end up at rescues like this. And this enclosure, I don't know if you guys can tell, but it's pretty freaking big and it's pretty expensive to create something like this. There aren't enough facilities that have the resources to take them all in. So it's just a really sad thing that happens. But this is the wolf dog enclosure. Awa came from a roadside zoo that had to be shut down because they didn't have the resources that they needed to take care of her properly. Aquila was owned by a private owner who wanted to breed wolf dogs to sell as pets. That did not work out, and he ended up abandoning Aquila for 2 years in like a pasture of sorts. And so the neighbors nearby would come and drop food off for him and fill up his water and stuff like that. But he lived without any people or wolf dog or dog companions for 2 straight years, which that alone is really detrimental to canid's welfare. As you guys know, if you have dogs, they're not meant to be alone. So that's how we got Aquila, and that's how we got Awa. Awa, again, was just at a roadside zoo that just didn't have the money or resources that they needed. They had a ton, like a bunch of USDA violations over the years. The way that works is USDA inspectors will come to our facility. So this happens at Alveus too. They'll come unannounced and do an inspection of the whole facility, and there's a checklist of things that we have to, welfare standards that we have to maintain. And if you don't pass those standards, you get violations, and you have to pay them and fix them. So that facility just had a bunch of those violations, unfortunately. This is the K900. So this is a wolf dog's inside space. They have climate control in here. It's so they have AC in here, and they have food prep station. So this is where animal care does food prep for the wolf dogs. They have a sink. They have all their treats and stuff as well in here, and gloves and things. This is the fridge. So they have some food prep going on here. These are their labels. Their AM diet, their midday diet, their PM diet. Wicked. Freezer, they have enrichment. Lamb popsicles with like blood popsicles. Yum. Yay. This is their chest freezer. So this is where animal care takes some notes on how much food they eat and stuff. This is a scale for the wolf dogs. These are leashes. Animal care has to put a leash on when they go in the enclosures. We have muzzles, a variety of muzzles for vet work when we have to do that. And then, yeah, these are Y poles. So if we have an emergency and we need to do some vet work on the wolves or on the wolf dogs, this is how we restrain wolf dogs. So usually, like for one Aquila's size, we would each 3 people would go in with a Y pole. Chandler has done this, huh? We'll each go in with a Y pole, and one will go at the head, and one will go at the mid side or the mid range of the body, and one will go at the hind quarter. This is obviously not the way that we like to do vet work. It's a safety thing, so we have to have it. But The cool thing about our animal care staff is we try to do as much voluntary veterinary work as possible. And so with the wolf dogs, I should just get a prop. For the wolf dogs, animal care staff has done a really great job of training voluntary injections. So they have a syringe with a literal toothpick sticking out of it. And they'll ask Awa and Akila to come up to the fence, and then they'll poke them with the syringe toothpick thing and then reward them until they just don't care about being poked with a toothpick anymore. And then,
You were just saying something.
So they do that until the wolf dogs don't care about being poked with a toothpick. And then come physicals day, when the vet comes out here to do our on-site physicals of the animals, they poke them, except it's with an actual needle and with an actual sedative. And then Awa, this has worked in the past for Awa, which is really cool and exciting. So they'll do a voluntary sedative for Awa. She will fall asleep. We will do all the vet work, so we don't need the Y pulls and all of that. And then she wakes up and doesn't really know what happened. So that's an example of voluntary husbandry that our animal care staff has been really incredible at training, and helps make our animals' lives the least stressful possible. Cool. Okay. So that's half. We take a water break. This is my cocoa melon. Cocoa melon. Hello, Brawl. Hello, chatters. How you doing? Why are they backing up? It's not. That's so funny. That's nice. Only half? Pretty much, yeah. I mean, we're being really thorough today, more thorough than I expected. Huh? We made it. Thank you. All right. Maybe you should teach in your Dora voice. Hola! Soy Dora! We put another awning on this side of the barn, so this is where we keep all our scrap wood. This is Gidget. She is our CMO here at Alveus. That is short for Chief Morale Officer. She's amazing. Yeah. She's Jacob's dog. She's pretty cute. So Shruti and Lucas actually fostered Gidget because she was on her way to being euthanized at a shelter. Shruti and Lucas also work here at Alveus. Shruti's animal care staff, Lucas is facilities and infrastructure department manager. And they fostered Gidget, and Jacob met Gidget through them fostering her, and then Jacob adopted Gidget. So she's still around, which is like the ideal of all worlds. Hello, Rocky. All right. Chat, we're gonna take a quick water break. Where do you want to put them? You want to just leave them on the counter or something? Space got a tripod. Where's my cup? My cup. Yay! This is my cup. It has beetle stickers on it. It's freaking awesome. A little hot today. Maya, stream faster, I have to sleep. Should put me in 2 times speed. Okay. What a break. What a break. Huh. Thank you, Chandler.
Yay!
Great, Jaxby. Thank you for the prime. MJ, thank you for the 5 months.
This is my cup. It says D.
I see that, yeah. Thank you for the $50 donation to Alveus. Thank you so much. This tour is not for anything in particular. We're just updating because it's been a long time since I've done a tour of the facility and people want to see like a full tour. I have not watched any of the World Cup. Sorry.
It's coming home. It's coming home. Tell the world that it's coming home. Holland is out.
I feel like I'm on a field trip. Hooray! Are you guys having fun? If you have any questions about the inner workings or behind the scenes, now is the time. Or today is the day. Can you do a World Cup winner prediction with the animals? Yes, we have talked about that already, actually. We can definitely do that. How many employees now? We have 16. Which is crazy. Which is crazy. Taco Cup, thank you for the $100 donation. That's not counting Al, and that's not including someone that's coming at the end of the year. In December. Crazy. How many more employees are you going to have with the new facility? It's a great question. I unfortunately don't have the answer to, but we are building to capacity for 50. This is crazy as well. It's awesome. What's the difference between this and a zoo? Functionally, the biggest difference is that traditionally zoos are open to the public, and so we are not open to the public. We just have these live cameras. But zoo and sanctuary aren't regulated terms. We could have called ourselves a zoo, could have called ourselves a sanctuary. There's, it's the same besides the open to the public component. How many of your employees live there? 3, including me. Connor and Kayla live here as well. What's Chandler's role at Alveus? Yeah, we can go through everybody's roles in here. So Chandler.
I'm the vibes guy.
Chandler's the vibes guy. No, Chandler's our YouTube channel manager.
So I edit all the videos.
Yeah.
And make all the thumbnails.
He edits all the videos. And then we've got 4 directors. So there's me, the executive director. There's Connor, who's the director of operations. Kayla is our director of animal welfare. And Space is our director of production. And then there's departments underneath the directors. So there's the facilities and infrastructure department. which is called FADE for short. There's the operations department or ops department. And so that's within me in space. And that's Chandler and Jacob. And then there's the animal care staff. So ACS is another department.
Is Gidget not?
Gidget's in her own department. No, Gidget's ops. I know you have 1,000 projects going on. What's going on with Cossie's permanent enclosure? I just talked about it. You can go back in the pod. It's up by the foxes. You'll see it there. Gidget Overlord. Is Connor vice boss when you're away? Informally, I guess it's the directors in general. But yeah.
So the directors are Maya, Connor, Space, Kayla, Chandler.
Nope. Chandler's not a director. ACS reports to Kayla, Director of Animal Welfare. Lucas is the FADE manager. So yeah, they're really awesome. Animal care staff is really sick. Actually, they're live right now with animal care chats. So they do streams on the Alveus channel where they talk about what they're doing during the day, and they take you guys out to do training sessions and diet prep and cleaning and all of those things, so you can see the inner workings with animal care staff. They're really great. They come from a variety of facilities and have a variety of specialties, ranging from rhinos and giraffes to sea lions and eagles. They have a wide variety of experience and expertise. So we're really lucky. They're really awesome. Are you gonna end now? No, I'm like halfway done with this tour. More than halfway done. Up there takes way longer. Will staff expand with Ari? Yes. Staff will expand in a variety of ways. One of the ways is Alveus now has an education team, the Alveus education team, and right now it is just me and Kayla. But that team is expanding at the end of this year. So we will have more people here besides just me to do, where part of their job is stream and on-camera work, filming for reels and for policy advocacy, and short form, long form, and having live stream programming as well. So we will have more education staff. Also, animal care staff has been really awesome at doing education stuff as well. So they're not a formal part of the Alveus education team, but they have done their own educational streams, like Alveus staff takeovers, like Shrudi's Sit and Stay, which is her series about canine behavior. Lindsay has done Shark Quest, which is where she teaches you guys about sharks specifically, because that's one of her interests. Amanda has done a stream about giraffes, and then Miranda did a stream about otters for World Otter Day. So they've all done education work as well, and they're really, really good at it. So pretty awesome. And then it's also expanding in that once we have the Alveus Research and Recovery Institute, I'm really interested in having an on-site researcher at some point to help us get involved with research that helps contribute to conservation work as well. I'm stoked about that. We will need more animal care staff as we bring in wolves to Ari. I know most of the donations go into animal welfare, but does it also go into being able to pay the staff? Yes, yes. Your donations support the salaries of the people that work here. 100%, yeah. It's a huge part of running Alveus, is paying livable wages. Amazing plans for the future. Big plans for the future. Yes. Okay. You ready? Feeling okay? Okay. Let's keep it moving, chat. Circuit, thank you for the prime. I hate the way Finn's Go-Gurts smell. Sorry to Finn. I didn't just throw it away. He ate it. I threw away the empty package. All right. Hello. Chat, that's Kayla. Kayla's our director of animal care, and she's part of the Alveus education team. She's a goat. I need to tie my shoe. My freaking phone's in my pocket. Chad, you want to see how fast I can tie my shoe? Thanks. The Molly, thank you for the 5. World record. Da 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 ba da bam 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 bam. Be do be do be. This is the this is the training center. This is where Cassie's temporary enclosure is. We also use this space when Cassie's not in here as an event center. Hello? Did you hear him? Chat, did you hear him? This is Cassie's temporary enclosure. So as some of you guys know, we had 1 week to build this enclosure and to welcome Cassie here as an ambassador. And so this is what we came up with, but Cassie is getting a permanent enclosure very soon, thanks to Smosh, because they did a fundraiser. This is Cassie. He is a serval. He is a serval, which is an African wildcat. He's freaking amazing. And he was purchased by somebody at a flea market in Texas because they wanted him to be their cat pet. They wanted this serval to be their pet cat. And that did not work because he's 34 pounds and is not a domestic cat. So we have him to teach people about the exploitation of small cats in the pet trade, also about poaching. A lot of people want serval hides because it's a really beautiful animal. So sometimes they're poached for their fur, and then sometimes their parts are used in traditional medicine as well. But yeah, this is Cassie. He's pretty cool. Not pet. Not pet. This is a feeding chute that was built in for Cassie. I won't open it because he'll be confused, but it's you just like open it and put food through it like a chute. These rooms were recently added to the training center. This is like a
Liar.
what?
The rooms have always been there.
Okay, well, the doors and like the finishing of it all was recent. So there's a server in there. There's storage in here. Cool. So we just like store stuff in these rooms. This is like summer camp storage. Cool. I'll show you. I'm trying to find the event room. Hold on. I guess this one. all of our events, we try to reuse as many props and stuff as we can. So we have like accessories like hats and shit like that. Fall carnival stuff, boxes, Christmas decorations, summer camp stuff, art auction. This is interesting, actually. I don't even know what's in here. It's been forever since I've looked at this. Eventually, one of our fundraising ideas is a lore auction, so an Alveus lore auction. So this is like Alveus lore items that we can auction off. Eventually, I truly don't even know what's in here.
Is it a World Cup trophy?
It was a trophy that was made for the original Halloween event. This was like the original Halloween event trophy. Like the first ever Halloween event that we did for Alveus back in what, like 2021 or something. It's freaking beautiful. It's like so well done. It looks like this.
What?
Isn't that crazy? It says Alveus down here. Shout out. So yeah, Halloween event trophy, lore. We've got, this was the first backpack. We had like IRL backpack that we used at Alveus, which didn't really work and was kind of shitty, but like that's how we did our first streams. This was Winnie's first birthday sash and crown. Good lore. This was, these were chinchilla signs from like some early collabs that the chinchillas held. So like the very first collab ever, Jack Manifold is bald. And then the Hassan Stinks one where Snork held up this sign. There's several boxes of lore items. We also have the Stompy crate that Stompy was originally transported in with like the cargo tag still on it from when Stompy was like flew here as a baby from California, and other stuff. But so yeah, one day, and then we have like binder paper from where I drew out the first designs for the parrot aviary, and just like, I don't know, cool random stuff like that, where if you're an Alveus fan, it's like kind of sick lore, you know? Hello. So eventually we'll do a lore auction, but yeah, this is just where we store stuff. Cool. That's the training center. Costy's got misting fans. I also think I have the binder paper where I sketched out the logo for the first time, or like the idea for it. Not in that box, but in a different lore box. Pollinator garden. Pokey's pollinator garden. Dun 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 bum 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 bum. This is Pokey's pollinator garden. That is the mural that I painted. It has all of the ecosystem roles of bugs on it. It is a story of ecosystem roles, actually. There are pollinators, there are decomposers, there are aerators, there are biocontrol bugs, and there are bugs as a food source. That's what bugs do for us. This garden was designed and planted out to support native pollinator populations, and as a lot of you know, it is also a citizen science project. So we have this camera in here, and on the user end, it's like playing Pokemon, where viewers can find pollinators in here, and then they can submit those sightings for points. And you get badges and stickers, and it's really freaking cute. And it's literally like playing a game. But on the back end, it's a citizen science project. And so we get all of this data, all of these observations about what pollinators are visiting this garden at what time of year, and what plants they're visiting as well. One of the most prolific pollinators that we have in this garden is queen butterflies. So there's a lot of them, and they really love this purple mist flower. So this is a really common observation that we've seen in the pollinator garden. There's a lot of them. So pollinator snap, yeah. Yeah, low-key. So many. Yeah, they like it in here. Whoop. They like it in here. So if you guys want to play that game, you can at census.alveussanctuary.org. We just launched it last week. Ace. That's Ace. There's my horse. This is my horse. He has a fly mask on and he got it really freaking dirty. What did you do even?
Yeah.
Like, did you roll? He must have rolled with it on. He can see through this. It's just to keep flies out of his eyes because they get runny otherwise. This is my horse. I've had him since I was 12 years old, so he's kind of old and bony. But this him. This is the pasture. So pasture's got some stuff. This is their shelter inside space. These are scratchers on the walls for itching. This is Winnie's feeder, automated feeder. So people can donate to Feed Winnie Treats, except it's off right now because she's on a weight loss plan. This is where we keep the hay. This is where we keep the grain. This is where we keep the halters and stuff. And that is a live camera. And this is Ace. Hello. This is Winnie's cow wash. His government name is Squitchy. It moves. So Winnie walks under this and she scratches on it. There are lots of clips of that. It's really lovely to watch. There's another shelter down there that everybody uses sometimes, not all the time. This is the round pen. It was put here for training and to have a space where we can put animals in a smaller space in case we need to do anything medical or anything like that. It also is a different substrate, and the sand stays cooler than the dirt that we have out here, and so they like taking naps in here and rolling around in the sand. This gate is pretty much always left open unless animal care is doing training or something specific in here, but it does kind of look like Winnie's locked in here sometimes, but just know that she's not. She just chooses to stay in here sometimes. This is Serrano. Serrano es bonito. Serrano was rescued in May of 2021. He came from an equine rescue, and he was at a feedlot. So he was on his way to slaughter back in 2021, but he was rescued here alongside Jalapeno, if you will, who's our other donkey. Hi, this is Jalapeno. Beep, 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 beep. As you can see, he has a chunk out of one of his ears. That is a way that they do identification at feedlots, which is really sad, but that's why he's missing a chunk. And this is Winnie the Moo. This is Winnie. Winnie's a cow. Sheep. Winnie's a cow. She came from a beef operation in Oklahoma. She was on her way to be slaughtered for beef, for consumption. She's a red Angus beef cow, so when you see Angus beef in grocery stores, it's either black Angus, or it's either red Angus, just like Winnie, or it's black Angus, which is just like Winnie, but with black hair instead of red. But red Angus is pretty popular as a beef cow, or is getting to be more popular as a beef cow in places like Oklahoma. They're generally shorter, and some people think that they do better in the heat than black Angus, because black. What? Chandler's got a spider on his shoulder. What are you doing?
Is that a jumping spider?
No. Dude, go there. Go there. Go. Go. Okay. All right, so that's the pasture. Within the pasture, you'll notice there are these weird, like, crescent raised whatever. These are called earth smiles. It's an agricultural technique out of Africa to help capture rainwater on a slope. So, as you can see by this one, is a good example. It stays, there's more water captured here, so it's like muddy. And then plants can grow because water, and also it catches seed that's running off. So there are earth smiles all over the pasture. Pretty wicked. Interesting, interesting. Speaking of water, here's this culvert pipe and retaining wall because we are now walking down the property. As you guys have seen, we've had some pretty crazy torrential rain and flooding at Alveus, and so we've learned how water travels and how to help protect our enclosures and our animals and mitigate it. This is pretty new. We have a new garden set up here to complement our new chicken enclosure. So this is the fluffy butt hut. This is more space because our chickens don't all get along. So we now will have 2 chicken enclosures. Polly will definitely go in here. They've got a cool inside space like so. So they'll have climate control in here. It's nice, huh? And then they have a really nice big outside space as well. I think so, yeah. Yeah, fluffy butt hut. That's Mia doing a red-shouldered hawk impression. Genuinely, like that. She mimics birds in the area. It's really cool. This is our parrot enclosure, parrot aviary. Mia. Yeah, we're live. What's up, YouTube? This is the parrot aviary. This is Mia. Mia. That's Mia. She's a Congo African gray parrot. She was originally somebody's pet. Mia, as you can see, has lots of perching here. This plant may look familiar to you. We kind of spam this at Alveus. Does anybody remember what this is called? From the emu enclosure and Push Pops enclosure? Chat? Capers something. A bush. Turk's cap! Congratulations, you are correct. Nightwing got it first. Yeah, it's Turk's cap. They've got misting fans in here. They have a ton of perching, and then they have plants that are safe for parrots. This is the macaw enclosure. So we've split our parrot enclosure into two halves, and we expanded it quite a bit. So now the macaws have their own side, and Tico and Miley have their own side. Miley has recently been talking a little bit more. Can you say hello? Miley. Miley. Hello. Hello. Hi. What do you think? Miley is a Catalina macaw, which is a hybrid between a blue and gold macaw and a scarlet macaw. And then Tico is a blue and gold macaw. Tico was dropped off in a box outside of a humane society in California. Hi. And she's always upset about something. This is the macaw's enclosure, so they have really nice big branches.
Oh.
What? Oh. Macaws have really big branches, and a lot of them. They also have a banana tree over here. And they've got a cool water feature where eventually we would like for them to learn how to operate this shower. So it's like a ring, and they'll be able to pull it down. It's a rain shower for when they want to use that. We shall see. Miley. Hi. Poop. Hello. Hello. That's nice. Thank you. Hello. Hello. It's not as clear as like a Mia hello, but that's her hello. She's been really into saying that lately. And this is grooming. They're in love. Tico and Miley are both female, but they're pair bonded. They're gay. Literally. Yay. Yay, lesbians. All right. This is the parrot's inside space. We won't make the macaws mad by going into theirs, but we will show you Mia's because she's cool. Parrots have inside space with AC and heating when they need it. They have sand in here. It's more sound insulated. So same thing with birds of prey. It's really quiet in here if they want to escape. Lots of branches. And we have the ability to close these doors and close them in if we want to.
Definitely so good.
It's nice in here, yeah. They're gay. I miss them. Closed door. Yeah, and there's just like some storage in here. What's pair bond? Like they're bonded to each other as a bonded pair. Mantis. Mantis sighting. It's right here. You can go under here. Like on this side. Ooh, mantis. Hello. What are you doing, little alien bug? Chat, that's a praying mantis. I don't know exactly what kind of mantis, but I will not be picking it up right now because he looks kind of posted up. He's really sussed out by what's going on with the camera.
Do they like bite you or like stab you?
They can like grab you with their arms. Bye, Mia. They like punch.
Really?
Yeah, sort of. I don't know how to describe it. That's nice, Mia. Goodbye. Bye. That was Mia. This is the chicken coop. Our chicken enclosure. We've got the 2 chickens in here, Oliver and Henrique. You'll notice this enclosure is probably the most planted up of all of our enclosures. The plants in here are thriving. They're very well established at this point, and the chickens love foraging, and it gives them lots of spaces to hide and stuff. So that was an intentional choice. Hi guys. Oh my goodness. Oliver. Henrique. This is Oliver. He's a rooster. And this is Henrique. She is a hen. Hi. What's up? You have anything to say to them? Thank you. That was very nice of you. So yeah, these are 2 chickens in here. This is where we do collaborations stuff. This is where we have the food label demo, where we teach people about cage free versus free range, etc., etc. The chickens have misters. They have hanging feeders. These are on chains, as you can see. We are constantly battling ant problems, so this is to help mitigate that. And then the chickens have inside space as well. So we'll just show you the inside space. Bum, 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 bum. This is the chickens' inside space. So this is where they sleep at night. They've got climate-controlled stuff in here. They have nesting boxes that they can use. They've got their portraits. And they come in through dog doors from the outside. Drama. And then this is where they sleep. So they have a variety of perching options. They have turf. They have rope. And then they have natural oak branches. No matter what they choose to sleep on, though, they're built up at this angle so that when they poop, it goes straight down into this litter box situation because it's sand. So it's just easy to scoop out for animal care. That way we don't spend a bunch of time scrubbing perching. These are their cat poop scoopers. Extendo scoopers. We don't eat their eggs, but our foxes and our crows and our marmosets have chicken egg as part of their diet. So we feed out our eggs to the other animals here at Alveus, so that works out. Okay, that's all the enclosures that we have. Oh man, can you guys see that over there? We have purple martin nests as well. We've for the first time this year seen purple martins visiting those nests. So we are hoping to contribute to the conservation of those songbirds. It's North America's largest songbird. They're really, really wonderful, fantastic for regulating insect populations because they eat flying insects. And we hope to see purple martins living here very soon. Continuing, because this is the extended tour, and then we'll be done down there, but it does suck that I might have space, give us a ride up. I'm kind of wiped. This is the dumpster. This is where trash goes and poop goes. We have a composting dumpster, so our compost gets taken off site now and used as compost. This is Tomater, which is just the name for the storage place for excess building materials and things. Just a carport. We just name everything here. So that's Tomater. These are also for storing excess material, dirt and gravel and DDG and other things, and mulch. Kind of cool. This is our recycling dumpster. So everything gets recycled down here. Wow. Hi, nice wig. Hello. This is our front gate. Cool. And then we're now walking out to ARI, the Alveus Research and Recovery Institute. So like I said earlier, the original Alveus property is 15 acres. We have now expanded to 40 acres, which is really freaking exciting. And I'll give you guys like a quick tour because there's not much to see yet because we haven't actually built anything yet. But over here, we will have 2 wolf enclosures. So the purpose of the Alveus Research and Recovery Institute is to develop endangered species breeding programs here at Alveus. So we will have endangered species here for breeding for hopefully eventual reintroduction, but also to help maintain genetic diversity of those animals under human care. And so we will do endangered species breeding programs here. We will also have a conservation technology lab and a research lab. And so we'll start contributing to scientific research and improving conservation technology to help with conservation efforts as well. So that's what the Alveus Research and Recovery Institute is for. We are starting with the recovery of endangered wolves. So the first endangered species that we will bring into Alveus Sanctuary is the Mexican gray wolf. And so this space over here, we just purchased this land. This will be 2 Mexican gray wolf enclosures. So as you can see, there's a mountain over there that's called Beast Mountain. That's because Jimmy's team donated to help us build that. It literally wasn't there before. And you might think it's just like, oh, just pile up a bunch of dirt. No, it would like, there were so many machines, because if you do that, it just washes away. There were so many machines compacting that, and then it was all planted up, so there's a whole root system in it to keep it above ground. It's like building a mountain is no joke. But we did that so that the wolves would have elevation so that they can tunnel into the mountain itself. So it's a really, really cool feature, and I'm excited for them to have it. So we'll build other dens in here and we'll plant it up more. This is the first 2 wolf enclosures at Alveus to start those endangered species breeding programs. SAFE programs there's SSPs, which are species survival plans, and then there are SAFE programs, SAFE, saving animals from extinction programs. And so the Mexican gray wolf and the red wolf, we are working on joining those SAFE programs. And those are programs that are managed by U.S. Fish and Wildlife and a bunch of partners, AZA partners, Association of Zoos and Aquariums, and others all over the country that help manage those captive populations. to save them from extinction. So we'll be joining those SAFE programs. This is the reservoir. There is not always water in it, but there is right now because we had some crazy torrential rain. But it's really beautiful when it's not flooding over the road and taking out all of our infrastructure. This is where all of the streamers were. We built in a big culvert so water can flow through here, which is pretty sweet. It's been working for the most part. This is where Agent pulled the plug out of the culvert during those streams. So we're mainly talking U.S. territory, or when we're saying endangered species, or will this eventually expand to species that aren't native in the U.S.? We have talked about species that aren't native to the U.S. as well. One of the species we're particularly interested in, a group of species, is vultures. So Egyptian vultures, Cape vultures, stuff like that. We would love to join the SAFE programs for vultures as well from Texas. More water runoff, cool. And then over here, this is more land that we have purchased. So earlier in the stream, I showed you Connor and Kayla's house from up there. And then you could see that like flat, or the land in between the two tree lines. This is that land. So the Alveus Research and Recovery Institute will be here behind me. So all of this land with no trees, or that is like pretty clear. There will be staff offices. There will be a veterinary care center. There will be an animal care prep kitchen, like diet prep kitchen. There will be a studio for streaming, amongst other things. So it'll be a whole campus that's built out to eventually support up to 50 staff members, which is really hard to wrap my brain around right now. But given the rate that Alveus grows, we shall see. Maybe it'll be sooner than we think. So the campus will go here, and then that's Connor and Kayla's house. So Connor and Kayla live right there. So their commute is pretty legendary. And then you can't really see it. Space, do you want to drive down here and pick up me and Chandler? Actually, you can't really see it, but we also purchased this. It's 10 acres, or how many acres is it? 10 acres? Yeah. And it goes like really far back. It's densely wooded though. So we can't really walk through it, but it's more land for Ari. So for establishing more endangered species conservation programs, SAFE programs. And yeah, but right now it's just, there's nothing on it. It's not fenced. There's no buildings on it. It just is land with trees. So it's kind of cool. So yeah. So that's the updated tour. We can go to the shade and I'll film an outro. I'm not going offline yet. I'm just for YouTube outro. Where a basketball court? I don't want to walk over there. I'm sorry. We did pour a basketball court by Connor and Kayla's house, but it's way over there. It's too freaking hot. Here, I'll go here. Chat, bear with me. I'm going to film a YouTube outro. Tell me when. You don't like it?
No, I love it. I love it.
Do you not like it? Because I can move.
Well, like the water is like so freaking cool.
Are we not in front of I thought we were in front of the water.
Yeah, but like there's all this crap.
Okay.
You know?
Yeah.
Like right here.
Okay.
This is really cool.
Okay. Okay. Okay, so that is the updated Alveus tour. Thank you if you've commented asking for that. I hope that you appreciated all the behind the scenes. It was very thorough. But I hope that you thought it was interesting. Thank you so much for all your support and allowing us to build out a facility like this. Truly, every week at Alveus, every day, it changes and becomes so much bigger and so much better. And I could not be more proud of it. And I couldn't be more proud of the team that we built. And I couldn't be more proud of the community we built. So thank you so much for being a part of it. Like and subscribe and let us know in the comments what other videos you would like to see. See you on the next one. Goodbye. Okay. All right, chat. And we're still live. Thank you.
Can you aura farm?
I don't really know how to do that. Okay. All right. Cool. Great.
No, come over here. And just like look out. And look tough.
Those dragonflies are boinking. Sorry.
Holy shit. You actually look cool.
Can you see the staff? I'm staff. Tough.
Yeah, no, you look freaking tough.
Okay. Cinema. Hooray! Our ride is here.
Yay.
I'm hungry.
What?
I'm hungry.
Want to? Yeah.
Yeah, you shoot back. Thank you. Hello, guys. Hello, chat. Should we just take them to the basketball court? Because we're in a car now. You guys want to see the basketball court? We'll freaking show you.
Sorry. I'm not booking there.
Blam, 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 blam. Chat, what do you guys think of the tour? Are you having a good time? Will you buy more ATVs? Yes, we will need more vehicles. For sure. Yay, behind the scenes. Okay, so for those of you that don't know, I love basketball. And we have this space over by Connor and Kayla's house that we will never use for enclosures because it's too close to their house and human spaces. And we can use a giant concrete pad for events, and we also can use more parking space. So I figured if I just pay for it, I can also put a basketball court on it, and then we get more parking space, and we get better employee wellness because we're gonna have a little gym down here too, and this basketball court, so staff can come down and shoot hoops whenever. And I get to hone my skills and become an absolute unstoppable legend. And again, I paid for this, not Alveus. There's nothing on it yet, but this is my half court. Movie. So obviously, I have to find someone that can paint the lines because I'm gonna
Do it.
I'm not gonna paint. No way.
Really?
No, it's not like an art thing. It's like it's too. It has to be really clean. You know what I mean? Like it wouldn't be charming if it was wiggly. Like someone has to like come in here and professionally paint it. So someone's gonna come in here and paint it, and then we have a hoop to install. That container, Connor, is one of Connor's projects. He's gonna make it into a gym of sorts. So there will be some like weightlifting equipment. We're also gonna move it forward, but there'll be some like weightlifting equipment in there and stuff. And then
me and Connor are gonna pay for that.
yeah, and that's not an Alveus thing. That's Chandler and Connor. Chandler and Connor. Okay. And then we're gonna trim down some of these branches, obviously for basketball, but it'll be mostly shaded, which is freaking awesome. And I think it's beautiful. And this way, when people talk shit during collabs, I can literally bring them down here. I can literally bring them down here, and they'll be like, "You don't play basketball," and then I can, at the end of the collab, we can come down here, and then, yeah. So yeah, this is the basketball court. It has come to my attention. You guys haven't seen that these were put up. These are the bat boxes that Mr. Arthur and Julia made, or one of them anyway. There are more that are put up around the property, but yeah, they're bat boxes. There's one over there too, And then also, we have this reservoir, or this pond. There are big turtle in it. You see them? There's two, one in front of the other.
Oh.
Turtle. Yeah, so we have this pond here, and our hope for this pond is to eventually put gar in it. So one of our really great friends of Alveus is a aquatic biologist at the University of Minnesota. His name is Dr. Solomon David, and he is the gar guy of all time. And so we want to put, I don't know what species, but we want to put gar in this pond and eventually have underwater cameras so we can teach people about gar and the importance of native freshwater fish and freshwater ecosystems in general. So gar pond.
Oh, is it gonna be a Florida gar, or a striped gar, or one of the other 7 species of gar?
Wow, Chandler.
All knowledge.
He edited that video. There's another bat box, and here's another view of where the campus will be. So the RE campus will be right there. A kid. All right. All right, back up to the house. My phone's been blowing up this whole stream.
Really?
Like, insane. I have dozens of Discord and text messages.
You know what's really weird? Mine has too. Like, I've just been getting so many texts and stuff. Like,
it's not like cool. It's not
Yeah,
friends. It's business.
I think I have like 30 actually.
Okay.
There was nobody actually texting me the whole time.
Okay. Gar are cute. That is true. They are so cute. Yeah, we've really. I can't even imagine. I don't even know what the last tour video looked like. Probably
There was,
nothing like this.
The parrots, the old chicken enclosure that's deleted. Marms maybe.
What is a gar? Dinosaur fish. Freshwater fish. It kind of looks like an alligator and a fish were smashed together. The most famous gar probably is alligator gar. And they can get huge, and they literally look like an alligator and a fish were put together. You could look up a picture. And they live in Texas.
And gar are older than T-Rexes.
Mm-hmm. It was a regular tour, but we were the guests, and this one was incomparably more detailed. Yeah, I don't talk about any of this stuff with collabs, because it's all, I mean, it's just like animals. And the script, you know. I didn't talk about the animals as much this time. Don't worry about the seatbelt thing, guys. We're on private property, and we're almost there. Wow, 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 wow. Thank you. All right. Let's go back to the studio. I think one interesting thing to note as we round out this tour is when I purchased this property in 2021, the only things on it were these 3 buildings and the shell for the tool barn. Just like think about that. That was 2021. And the buildings were empty. Like there was nothing in them. Ugh.
We did this.
We did this. Wow. Wow. I remember the old stream room, dude, the studio. Oh my god, it's so dark. Oh, never mind. The old collab setup was so scuffed. Well, I mean, it was good for what we had at the time. But yeah, it was scuffed for sure. This one's pretty nice.
It had charm.
It had charm. All right, chat. Well, this has been the Alveus tour, the updated Alveus tour. I hope that you guys enjoyed this and that you learned a lot about some of the behind the scenes of how we do everything here. I know there are some new people, so hopefully you got a good look at it and have some appreciation for the incredible things that our staff does here and some appreciation for the welfare that we're able to provide to our animals. They work our staff works really, really hard to give them the best lives possible, and I think that it shows through this facility in like every way. So, cinema, amazing. Thank you guys so much. This will be a YouTube video as well, so thanks for bearing with me while I film this YouTube video. And
What? You can't ban yourself. No.
I travel this upcoming week, so I don't know if I will get to stream again before I do that. So I may not see you guys, but shout out Streamer University, shout out Kai. I think it's gonna be really, really fun to watch. Again, I'm so bummed that I can't go this year, but I know it'll be great. So I will be watching that when I can alongside you guys. If I don't see you before then, see you when I'm back. Thank you guys so much for watching. Is ACC still happening? ACC is still going on. Animal Care Chats is still going on. So our animal care staff is live streaming the specific care of the animals right now. They're in with the emus showing some enrichment. So stick around if you want to see more behind the scenes and a different perspective from our animal care team. They're very nice and very fun. So we will raid into the Alveus channel. If you don't already follow the Alveus channel, please do. That is where it's at. Okay? But thank you guys. Appreciate you. Thank you so much for all of your support of Alveus over the years. None of this would exist without you. Seriously. So thank you very much. See you later. Goodbye.